Hello. I am sorry, but I must
31
interrupt this
Grammy.
show.
Lander, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we gone. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said gone. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you
Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we gone. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of BullSittin on TSW's Gaming with me, Loke7, and Mr. Matt Likes Games himself. Matt, how you doing? What you
Yo,
been playing?
I've been playing uh a lot of Helldivers too. Um I love that game and I'm still in the process of getting all the Halo stuff. And I'm probably gonna move on to a different Warbond after that. But I'll tell you what
What's a
I've
war bond?
also been.
What's a
What's
war
that?
bond? What's a war bond? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I
Uh,
know what it
so the Warbonds are like special events in the game. Like so right now the new event is the Halo one where you can get all the Halo stuff. But they got like different ones. Like there's one that's very obviously inspired by RoboCop. Um like it has the RoboCop helmet and all that stuff, but they can't like call it RoboCop because I'm imagining they don't have a license for that. But
yeah.
it's obviously inspired by that. They have ones that like look like stormtroopers from Star Wars. My God, dude, there's a lot. I'm getting obliterated right now.
And
But
there's no
so,
MTX. Do you have to pay?
no, I mean you can if you want to, but like no, because so you earn these things called super credits, or not earn them, but like throughout missions there'll be like little beacons, and if you can find the beacons, you'll find like usually some super credits. And then
Okay.
you use the super credits to buy the war bonds so
Mm-hmm.
that you can progress in the war bonds and unlock all the things you want to unlock. And all the stuff that you use to buy things within the war bonds is all earned like per game. You get those things after every game.
Okay.
So
So
you could in theory not spend a dollar if you
okay.
wanted to.
But I think a lot of people are spending. If
Oh,
we have,
I went ahead and bought like I think it was like $15 worth of super credits because I didn't want to play like I don't know however many levels just to get the credits so that I could so that I could unlock the war bond. So I just got the credits to unlock the war bond. Um,
you paid not to play.
well, that's not the thing though, because I'm sure as shit playing. I
Okay,
mean,
you just don't want to grind.
I'm paying so that I can play a little more efficiently. Because I want, like I said, I want to get that Hellbond. I want to get that Warbond
War.
for Halo. I want to get that
Mhm.
done, and then I want to move on to like I think there's like 2 or 3 other Warbonds I want to do. Dude, I'm getting obliterated. This is not cool. This is really uncool right now.
Everyone should be happy that we're not sharing Matt Likes Games gameplay on the screen right now. Everyone should be
I mean,
grateful.
it's pretty like I just got people to spawn in with me.
Yeah.
I just responded to my beacon and I'm down to like 2 lives left. I've been getting obliterated.
So there's a specific amount of lives. What is this,
Yes.
Mario?
You get a specific amount of lives per match.
To
With
revive.
the more players you have, the more lives you get. But if you're playing by yourself, I don't know. I think it's like 10 lives. It might be less than that actually.
Dude, I'm getting PTSD from the last time that I played by myself. It wasn't pretty. Uh, welcome in Fuzzy Tomato. It says, yo, Stanley Francois. Yago Cook and welcome in. Says, sorry, Fuzzy says supposedly they still make really good money off of microtransactions.
Yep.
I would assume that they do, considering that Matt is not someone that's into microtransactions and still went ahead and paid
Well, I'm pretty sure me and Ham both did. And here's the thing.
as well.
eh, yeah, Ham did as well. Because I honestly got the idea from him. Because Ham was like looking at the store and he's like, "Oh wait, you can get super credits and just unlock the war bond." And I was like, "I might do that." And he's like, "Well, shit, I already did it." So, um, yeah, dude, people buy those for sure. The one thing I'll say that sucks is the fact that like, oh, my teammate's about to kill me. Is the fact that so it's not cross progression. Like I've already bought this game on PC and played a lot of it on PC and have a lot of credits on PC. Unfortunately, something PlayStation needs to work on is cross progression. Like you sign into your account and you just have your things from your account. Because I logged in on PC the other
Yeah.
day to play for a little bit, and I had so many credits. Like I could have cleaned out the Halo War Bond without even playing a game if I was playing on PC.
So how is there no cross progression? I don't understand. You
Because they don't make you sign into a PlayStation account for this. Um which is like, they got pushback for trying to do that.
that is
Um
true.
with but then again, we don't know, was their ultimate goal with that to be like, hey, we're going to enable cross progression across all platforms that we're on. That's one of the things that they could have done, and that'd be great if they did. But like, they went
So
back
you
on it.
saying you would have preferred if they did put in cross progression?
I'd prefer if they put in cross progression. I also like. Here's the thing: for a multiplayer game, I don't think it matters. Like when everybody was super pissed about like, oh, we gotta make a PlayStation account to, and I get like if you're in a region where you can't do that, then yeah, be pissed for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like just in America, because I live in America, so I'll use that as an example. If you're just in America pissed about that for a multiplayer game, probably get over it. I'm gonna just be real, because it's stuff like that will enable like me to buy Helldivers on Xbox and PC or PlayStation, wherever the hell I want to play it, and have cross progression between all those things. That's the
So
kind of
it's
thing that I
quality
do.
of life benefits here.
What's that?
I'm saying there's quality of life
Yeah.
benefits
I mean, there should be.
before,
Yes.
like people are out here bitching, but really in the end, it's for our own benefit.
Again, it should be. There's no guarantee that they would have done that if they got away with doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just assuming that that would be one of the things they would do. And if that's the case, then yes, that's a huge quality of life benefit.
Okay. Stanley says because it's not PlayStation Play Anywhere, that's only Xbox.
And they need to work on that shit. Cause dude, I, I'm looking at games coming out as a smart consumer.
Yeah.
I'm looking at games coming out like Chronos. I remember having the thought whenever Chronos was announced, it's like, well, maybe by then I'll have made the switch to PC and I'll just buy it on PC. I would buy it on Xbox. You know why? Xbox Play
What?
Anywhere. I get it on Xbox and PC. Say I pay the same
Oh,
price.
Chronos is for both.
Yeah, I pay the exact same price as anyone else, but I get it two different places. That's not a question of where I'm going to get it if that's the case. I mean, also, what's another one that's coming out next month? Silent Hill F. Play Anywhere. No question where I'm getting it.
No question. Fuzzy says, I don't know if they have the infrastructure for cross progression. None of their games have it.
That's what I'm saying. They need to work on that shit.
So
Especially,
even the ones where they were like, you have to sign into PSN, didn't have cross progression.
uh, yeah, I guess so. I forget
So
the ones that you had to.
that, given
What's
that,
that?
man, I think it's safe to presume that they still wouldn't have given us cross progression even if the PSN thing was live on PC.
Exactly, and that's a problem.
Oh yeah, definitely,
That's a
definitely.
big problem
And
because
as exclusives fade, sorry to cut you off. As
good.
exclusives fade, little things like cross progression, play anywhere, stuff like that, that now is what is going to highlight where people are going to spend their money.
It's,
That's going to be it.
especially for PlayStation. Imagine if they had this set up whenever. I mean, they don't have it set up now, but imagine if they set it up when they first started bringing games to PC. Like, hey, you got. I think what was the first game they brought? It was like Horizon Zero Dawn. You got Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4. That's great.
Okay.
We appreciate that. It's coming to PC. You get it for free. Your progress carries over.
Mm-hmm.
Just by word of mouth of people like, hey, I bought this game on PS4. I can now play it on PC. Like that earns a lot of goodwill. That also opens up new customers who are hearing about that. Be like, well, I'll buy my game on PlayStation then, because then when it
But
comes to PC, then I'll own it.
my trepidation with that, Matt, wouldn't that incentivize people to move from PC, from PlayStation to PC?
Would it make a move? I I don't know. I mean, because in that scenario, it
Mm-hmm.
would be you'd be essentially buying a game on PlayStation and then owning it on PC. That would if I mean I can only speak for me. If I was somebody uh who instead of preferring Xbox preferred PlayStation and PC, that would just make me more entrenched in that ecosystem. Is all that would do. I'd buy
More
my games
entrenched,
on what's that?
that would make you more entrenched in PlayStation.
And PlayStation's ecosystem because then like I just told you with Chronos, I mostly play on Xbox and PC. They're giving me the option to buy it on Xbox and own it on PC. I'm absolutely going to do that. So if that option was reversed for PlayStation and I was somebody who preferred PlayStation and PC, then I'd absolutely buy it on PlayStation. Cuz I buy it on PlayStation, I own it on PC. And then that kind of that gets spread by word of mouth of like, hey, if you're someone who owns a PlayStation and a PC, there's no reason to not be buying your games on PlayStation
Yeah,
because you'll also get them on PC.
that it sounds nice when you say it like that. It sounds nice. Now it even opens the door to like I can now partner my PlayStation as my local hardware, And then when I'm on the move, I got my Steam Deck and my PlayStation library comes with me.
Yes,
That's a big
that
plus.
that would be amazing.
That'll be a big plus. Yeah, yeah. When you put it like that, it, I can see why it'll be like, no, it's not going to funnel people to PC. It'll just keep people, or even make people even more deeply committed to PlayStation. But also now you have options on the go besides the streaming PlayStation thing.
That might actually funnel people to PlayStation. Not like a huge historic number, but like think of the people on PC
Yeah,
who main PC, but then they're like, "Oh, I want something for my living room." And until we get a Steam console, which is apparently in the works, but until that happens, it's like, "Well, what am I going to
yeah.
get?" "Oh, I could get a PS5 to play the games that I have on my P." Like, yeah, I it just it makes too much sense, but I don't know.
It makes too
I
much
don't know.
sense.
Apparently, they're not gonna do. Apparently, Xbox has to be the ones to do that first, and then they'll copy them, like they like to do.
5 years later, it's fine. I
Damn.
mean, PlayStation is. We can't forget the third biggest console platform. Sorry, the third biggest platform in gaming. Like,
Yeah.
it's important to note that they don't have to rush things and try to be on the cutting edge. They can wait for Xbox to test drive. If something works, they can incorporate. If it fails, then it only fails for Xbox, and it's fine. Raichi says Forza Horizon 5 doesn't have cross progression.
It needs it.
It doesn't have
It's dumb that it doesn't.
It is.
Like, but also Forza Horizon 5 does have cross progression across Xbox and PC. It doesn't have it across Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, which again is stupid, and it should
That's
be
fine.
there.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're not going to do it for all the games, let's agree to do it for the big ones. You know?
Yes.
Maybe it's something that's complicated to do it for every single game that sells maybe 300,000, 1 million. That's maybe doesn't justify it. But games like Forza, they need to have like all the bells and whistles. Um,
Think back to it was Indiana Jones, I believe. They
mhm.
announced that between Xbox and PC, and not just Microsoft, like Windows, Xbox, PC, whatever, but like if you bought the game on Steam and played it on Xbox, you have cross progression between Xbox and Steam. And they haven't done that for, I mean, at least to my knowledge, they haven't done that for another game since. Which is like, why?
Such an easy win.
It's a
It's
huge
such
win.
an easy win. Shout out, shout out to Raichi. Welcome in. Buenos dias. Says Alan Wake is $1 on Steam. I just confirmed. I opened Steam. The original Alan Wake
Yeah,
is going for 0.99 cents. Come
that's
on,
a
guys.
pretty good deal.
Come on.
And
Come
then
on.
after that, you can head on over and play Alan Wake 2, the best game this generation.
All right, settle down, man. Settle
I'm not
down.
gonna settle down. That game fucking cooks.
Itself. Itself.
I'm gonna settle up. Well, that's what I'm about to do.
Fuzzy says even just a few big games with cross progression makes it way easier to switch platforms. Forza 5 does have cross progression everywhere. I'll buy it and probably never play it. LO.
Yeah.
You can be just like Matt, who owns all the Metal Gear games, doesn't play them. Hasn't
Well,
finished hasn't finished a single Metal Gear game in his life, but he
well,
has all of them.
well, there's a reason for that, Luke. Because I keep in mind when I bought those, I didn't buy those to have them and not play them. I bought them because I was like, everybody's like, dude, these games are fucking awesome,
Yes, they
and
are.
you should try them out. And I went in, I bought them, I saw
Yeah,
them for sale, and I was
yeah.
like, you know what? Here I go. I'm getting in the Metal Gear Solid, and I
Yes.
played it, and I was like, fuck this shit. It is really, really bad. And then I stopped playing it. and then I stopped playing it because as soon as I saw that camera in the first game, I was like, what are we even doing? Why is this happening? You know? Uh, and then I played Metal Gear Solid 5 and I was like, oh. And then
Oh,
I
okay.
played Metal Gear Solid 4 and I was like, okay.
Oh,
Even Peace Walker, I was like, I
yeah. Peacock is
I
pretty
like
good.
this. I like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But the first two
Three.
specifically, three's not that bad. Three's more in the
Okay.
vein of Peace Walker. But
But it
the
still has that
first
stiff
two,
camera.
yes it does. But it's like once I played those first, I was just like, dude, no.
No.
No
No.
thanks.
Man, listen. I have a conspiracy theory
What's that?
that Konami is going to the same what they did with what they've just done with Snake Eater. I believe they will do with the entire series.
Maybe
Like I
might,
think they're
yeah.
gonna give us a proper remake, not the Twin Snakes, but a proper remake. It's gonna be called Metal Gear Solid Delta, Guns of the Patriots, right? That's for the second one. For the first one, I don't know what they're gonna call it. Shadow Moses. I don't know what they could call it, but I can see them redoing the first two games the way they've redone the third one. And dude, again, I said this and I'll say it again. You gave MGS 3 and 4 a chance because of this perspective. What I'm saying is, sorry, you gave MGS 4 and 5 a chance because of the perspective. What I'm saying is MGS Delta, Snake Eater has that perspective that you want. So maybe you don't buy it now for $70 like I did.
No, that'll be that's gonna be if I get that, that'll be like on sale on GG deals.
For
Like
like
that's gonna be
$5.
that's gonna be like $10 max when I get
Nope.
that.
I got the Super Ultra Deluxe Kick Me in the Nuts edition. I didn't even spend 70 on that one. It was amazing. Yes,
Thinking
Raichi,
about
they need to remake MGS4. Dude, MGS4, Matt, I
oh,
know you're
I'd be
always
down.
calling me
I'd
out
be
and
down.
criticizing me.
I did that. I'd
MGS4.
play it.
No, that's not where I'm going. MGS4, till this day, still looks as good and most of the times better than what's coming out today. Is that an exaggeration? I'm talking just looks. Forget gameplay. I'm talking about just looks.
I'd have to boot it up again. I mean, I know. I remember thinking for a PS3 game, this looks really good. I'd have to boot it. I haven't played it legit probably in like a year, so I'd
I
have
need
to
you to
boot it up
boot it up.
again.
Please boot it up. Next week, Wednesday, we can have this conversation. But I do not feel like I'm reaching when I say it's still, oh my God, Richie. No, stop it. We can emulate everything else, not Metal Gear.
You can emulate Metal Gear. People do it all the time.
No, I'm saying it's wrong. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. On principle, it's not
Is
available on modern consoles. The PS3 is not
exactly.
available. Fuck it.
Is it
No. PS4, do whatever you want. Fuck it.
exactly? If they're not gonna, it's you know, I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna say anything, but like
yeah, it's an availability issue. It's an availability issue. That's all it is.
if they don't care enough to sell you the game, then what are you supposed to do?
Exactly. Exactly. Because, dude, they could take the exact Metal Gear Solid 4 that was on the PS3 and just put it on Steam. Just put it on Steam and we'll buy it. Put it on Steam, put it on Xbox, put it on PS5. We'll buy it. Like, I don't know, man. You know what? This is not about. This is not a Metal Gear podcast. Let's
Thank
let's get
God.
into the news. Sea Wolf, welcome in. Smash the like button. Don't thank God me, Matt.
I did.
Uh, so the headline today is Sony is reportedly planning a Nintendo Switch style PlayStation 6 portable.
Whoa. Whoa.
The new report claims a planned PS6 portable will be dockable like Switch. That's according to Moore's Law is Dead, a YouTube channel that has previously leaked accurate technical info on PlayStation consoles before the announcement. I just want to add just a little bit of salt, a little grain of salt here. Moore's Law has been wrong many, many times before. So I'm not saying that they're wrong now. I'm just saying they've been wrong before. In a new video, MLED shares specific technical specifications for the PS6 handheld, which will reportedly release alongside a traditional, more powerful PlayStation 6 home console, which it says is based on up-to-date documentation from graphics partner AMD. Notably, Moore's Law says it's seen multiple documents that directly call out that the planned PlayStation 6 portable can be docked like a Nintendo Switch, and claims that it will be capable of playing games natively at power exceeding that of the base PS5 when docked. The PlayStation 6 portable will reportedly feature an AMD APU featuring 4 Zen 6C cores and two further cores dedicated entirely to system tasks. In addition, PlayStation 6 is said to feature a 16x RDNA 5CU's GPU clocked at 1.2 gigahertz in handheld mode and 1.65 gigahertz docked. Moore's Law is Dead speculates based on specification cost that the PS6 handheld could retail for around $500 and release in late 2027. But it's a lot. That is a lot. Uh, Mental's not here this week, so I'm going to lean on you to break down all of this gibberish, all of this technical stuff about
Uh,
GPUs, CPUs, CUs, gigahertz, and all this other stuff.
well, I mean,
Exactly what is
gigahertz.
being communicated. How powerful is this thing if it's real?
We kind of have your answer because they've said it before. They said all that technical stuff. They said, or yeah, Moore's Law is Dead said that uh, it's expected to be able to be more powerful than the PS5.
No, not more
Eh,
powerful. Is it? Oh yeah,
what-
exceeding that of the base
yeah,
PS5. Oh wow. Okay, you're right.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, more powerful.
So, I mean, there's your answer for how powerful can we expect it to be. Again, if it's real, how powerful can we
But do
expect
these
it to be?
specs do these specs indicate that?
I mean, it's hard to say because like clocking your GPU at whatever clock you want to put on it, it doesn't mean much of anything. In fact, those like compared to the clocks you would see on a regular GPU, those are quite low. You said something like 1 point whatever gigahertz. That's
Yeah, 1.2
quite
gigahertz in handheld mode and 1.6 gigahertz docked.
yeah, those are quite low clocks. But then again, also it's a console, so it's kind of to be expected. So it's hard to judge off of that. I think it's kind of weird. You said something about 6C cores.
Yeah, Zen 6C cores. Yeah, 6C cores exactly. It's right here.
I'm used to
Featuring
yeah.
featuring four Zen. Oh, not six. It's four Zen 6C cores.
Or that's
Yeah.
even weirder. Also, I'm kind of used to hearing uh, P cores and E cores nowadays. I guess maybe that's just an Intel thing. I haven't had an AMD CPU in a while. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised to hear that it's 4 cores, considering that. I mean, like for example, the Steam Deck has 4 cores, 8 threads. And the consoles now are 8 cores, 16 threads.
So
Uh,
how does this one have only 4 cores and it's supposed to be more powerful than the PS5?
well, I would assume they're just more efficient cores. They're newer cores in the PS5 for sure, because PS5 is Zen 2 cores. It's 8 cores, 16 threads of Zen 2 architecture. Versus this is supposed to be 4 cores, I'm assuming 8 threads. I don't know, of Zen 6 architecture. So it's like many generations newer. Like,
Okay. Okay.
and yeah,
So
lower
there's
end
less
of the
of
new,
them that's more powerful.
yes. Again, if all that stuff is true, but I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm kind of already out on PlayStation Next Generation unless they do something crazy. And this is cool, but this isn't something that's going to make me go nuts. Especially because by then we'll probably have the Steam Deck 2 announced. We'll also probably be on to like the next generation of ROGs. Uh,
I don't know,
and
man. This thing about being sure about the Steam Deck too.
what's
I
that?
don't know. Everyone was sure that Half-Life 3 was going to come out.
Well, the Steam Deck 2 is absolutely going to come out.
What evidence do we have of this?
The fact that that the original Steam Deck is like the best selling handheld PC, like it's leading a class of hardware that is having a sort of a boom right now that everyone wants to jump in on. It's leading that class of hardware.
Yeah, but Half-Life sold like a ton. It's not like
Sure,
Half-Life didn't
but
sell.
Half-Life's also a video game. It's not hardware.
Yeah, but the developer is the same, right?
Yeah, but it's a video game. It's not hardware.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm projecting my feelings here, but I feel like they don't prioritize the Steam Deck that much.
They
How,
absolutely do.
how many years has the Steam Deck been out?
It's been out since like 2021 or 2022. They absolutely prioritize the Steam Deck.
Wait, the Steam Deck only came out in 2022?
Yeah. It's either that or 2021. I mean, I got mine in late 2022, I think.
Hold on.
Or late
You're
2023.
right.
I can't remember.
February 2022. You're right.
Okay, so then I got mine in 2023.
Why do I feel like the Steam Deck is way older than 2022?
I don't know. It's not that old though.
Okay,
And
you know
they
what? You might be right. You might be right. Because I for some reason I thought it was ancient and had come out like in 2019 or something. And my logic
no.
was it's been more than 5 years. We haven't heard a whiff about a sequel. We're probably not gonna get another one.
Also, they have talked about it. I mean,
Okay.
they like Gabe's gone on record to say the only reason that the Steam Deck 2 doesn't exist right now is because there hasn't been enough of a generational leap to justify forcing that upgrade upon people.
Yeah, I want to get a Steam Deck. I've been thinking about it. I think my next piece of hardware will be a Steam Deck. I'm
You should.
leaning I'm leaning in that direction. The Steam Deck is a beta product that keeps getting better and better after each update, but the GPU is kind of too weak.
I
Again,
mean,
for me, like I wouldn't get a Steam Deck to play, I don't know, Red Dead Redemption. But let me open my library just to do a quick check,
you can
right?
play Red Dead Redemption on it. It plays fine.
Sure, but the games that I would want to play on Steam Deck is like Valkyria Chronicles, the Batman Arkham series, you know, the Ascent, my WRC collection. That's the type of stuff that I want to play on Steam Deck, and only on the PC would I want to pull out, like the big guns, the graphically demanding games. So I don't know. Even though Raichi is saying it's weak, The GPU is weak. I still think it's sufficient for what I'm looking for. You know.
There's
Ron Slasher says PS6 can't even run Concord. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
no, I can't, and it's a good thing. Um, but I, I mean, yeah, the Steam Deck GPU is not great, but
Not
then
great.
again, also, I think for any handheld, you kind of got to put into you got to be realistic about your expectations with any of those handhelds. Like I recently, I mean, literally yesterday, because it just hit Game Pass yesterday. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I beat Dragon Age Railgun on Xbox, and I
I
was
am
like,
aware.
"Oh, it's coming to Game Pass. I'll play it on PC because I've never played on. I never saw what it could look like on a really good PC, and I have a pretty good PC. So I was like, let me download this and I'll play this, and it looks amazing. But then I downloaded it on my ROG Ally, and also it's Steam Deck verified, and I was playing it totally fine at like 40 to 45 FPS. That's really good for a handheld. So if you're going into it with that kind of expectation, then I
Mm-hmm.
think you'll have a really good time, because you'll also be surprised at what those things can do. Um, because I think Mental said it here on the show, but any game from last gen and a lot of games from this gen
Mm-hmm.
run just fine on Steam Deck. But especially anything on last gen, like Control is Steam Deck verified. That game looks great. It runs totally fine on Steam Deck. Red Dead 2, you brought up Red Dead 2. I know you don't want to play that on there, but it runs great on there. Like,
I guess it's
oh,
well, Red Dead 2 would be the type of game that would definitely have to play on there because it's so long that you have to take advantage of the times when you have downtime but you're not at home to play games. You know what I mean?
yeah,
To
that's
put in like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Bro, the way I use my Steam Deck or my ROG Ally is I have one or two, maybe three big games on there. Like right
Mm-hmm.
now, my ROG, I have Veilguard, I have Gears of War Reloaded, and I have what's the third one? I think it's Control. Um, and then everything else is like indie games or small things. Like I play a lot of Tetris Effect Connected. I have Tetris Effect Connected installed on literally everything. Brotato, I have that installed. Vampire Survivors, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that takes up like 2 gigabytes,
Nothing.
and I can just play for hours. I got it all
Mm-hmm.
on my systems.
Yeah. 45 FPS is an amazing compromise. It's funny, but 45 FPS feels way better than 40.
It does.
I would get one of the newer handhelds if I were you. No need to buy years old hardware unless you get a great deal. So for me, when I'm thinking about the hardware, I'm thinking a brand new Steam Deck is what, 300 bucks?
It depends on which model you get, but yeah, I think they start around there. Yeah.
Yeah. The minimum model is 300 bucks. Dude, don't forget I live where I live. Okay. I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm a billionaire like a lot of these brothers and sisters of ours on
Don't
these
let him
gaming
fool you.
sites.
He's an oil magnate. He's a very rich Texas oil magnate, and he's worth. He told me before the show. You said your net worth's up to literally. I think it's like $4.3 billion or something. It's nuts.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
rich.
yeah,
Don't let him
yeah,
fool you.
yeah. From your lips to God's ears. So
Exactly.
so the way I see it, it's like I don't need top of the grade mobile gaming. I just need I just need decent. I need good mobile gaming, right? I don't think I'll notice. Oh, okay. Fuzzy says I think it starts at 400. Okay, it starts at $400.
Yeah.
Point is, I don't think for $400 I can get anything close to the value of a Steam Deck in terms of price plus performance. $400, we're talking about a Nintendo Switch One, and I think that's it. Everyone else, it's five, six, seven, eight, etc. So
I mean,
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Because, dude, I got my Ally for literally
Mhm.
$400 because it was on like a sale at Best Buy.
How
But I'm
much is it
looking,
now?
uh, I mean, I don't even see it at Best Buy. It looks like Best Buy only has the Ally X, and that's 900.
There you
Uh,
go.
Walmart has it for 700. eBay's got
Okay.
them like new. eBay has them for like 400 to 450.
It might get here busted, and it's
It
in
might.
Mozambique by that time. By that time, it's in
I
Mozambique, and there's nothing I can do. So
don't know
rather
what it's
just
doing
buy
over
it
there.
straight from Steam.
I don't know what it's doing over there. Why is it over there?
I, uh, what do you mean?
I'm just saying I don't know why it would be over there. Doesn't
Because
make
this is
any
where I
sense.
live. Okay. Uh, this guy. Sapo, welcome in. What's this? Sony is releasing PS6 style handheld for what? Xbox games and The Last of Us remake. Wait, maybe the Horizon remake. For the industry leader, they're doing a poor job of actually leading. Okay, Sapo had stuff to get off his chest. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. But yeah, Matt, that's why I'm saying when I look around the landscape, I feel like the Steam Deck is the way to go for me. Like I just need something that most of my games will run, and I'm good. It doesn't have to be 4K, 60 FPS, etc. I can
I
play 30 FPS on handheld. It's not a problem.
Yeah. I just want you. I don't want you ending up like Ham. Because
Okay.
I know Ham, like, I got my Steam Deck and I fucking loved it. And I still
Okay.
do. But then I guess Ham was like, damn, now I kind of want one. And he went and got one like a couple months later. And then literally
Okay.
like a few weeks later, they announced the ROG. Now I know you don't. I know you don't care about the RG really, but like,
No.
when are you getting this? Do you have an idea, like any idea of when you might want to get this?
The Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe a month, maybe two. I'm gonna have
Oh,
to buy
okay.
it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That's great then. I just didn't want to be like, oh, a year from now, like, yeah, I'll get this Steam, and then like a couple months later, they're like, here's a second one.
Oh, I don't really care about that. I won't be stressed about it. I
Okay.
won't be stressed. Yeah. Dude, I want to play the games. I'm not worried too much about all this benchmarking. Oh, the one that I have runs the exact same game you have, but mine runs it at 90 frames per second. Yours can only do 40. And I'm like, okay, okay. And you know, the fact that I'm not these online multiplayer types of gamers, 30 frames is not the end of the world for me, man. I'm sorry. Like I'm one of those people that you can say the industry is being held by people like Loke that are not stressed about the Steam Deck running 30 frames per second. It's not a problem for me.
No,
Uso,
right.
welcome in. Uso says if Loke's here,
Manny.
who's at the Texas Square dance competition?
That's right. Who's
My
hosting
nephew,
that?
my nephew Uso. He's holding the
Oh
fort down.
man.
As soon as I'm done here, I'm going over there.
I hope you don't
Um,
stop at Texas Roadhouse again and pick up food poisoning, because that'd be a shame if you
it
did
would
that
be.
again.
It would be. Let's get some reactions. Matt Pio said, "Hot take, but the PS6 should release at the earliest in 2030. We don't need new hardware anytime soon, and inflation just makes things worse." The crazy thing is, on a poll I did when people when people want PS6 between 2027 and 2030, majority voted 2030. Most people don't care, and we have PS5 Pro for people who want the extra. Thoughts, Matt? Is this too
I
soon? Is it too soon?
no. Here's the thing. Under normal circumstances, no, it's not too soon. Because that's the cycle for consoles is like 6, 7 years, maybe 8. But these came out in 2020. It's not unreasonable to think that by 2027 you'd have a new console. Again, under normal circumstances, things being the way they are
Hmm.
with tariffs, which are a very real thing, I can
And,
understand
and consoles
when
going up as time
exactly
as time moves forward.
that as well. I can understand that if someone like him puts or anybody puts a poll up and says, "Hey, are you guys excited to buy a new console in the next 2 or 3 years?" I can
Like,
understand
hell
people
no.
being like, "No, definitely not." Because I'll be real, like I'll get the next Xbox, but I'm not stoked. I can't wait. It's not like I can't wait to spend that money. Like I'm gonna do it, but it's not something I'm dying to do, really. Um, just because, like, dude, it's financially for a lot of people, it's tough regardless of the prices going up.
That is true.
So, like, yeah, I get not wanting that. But just like in under normal circumstances, this isn't. It's not that crazy to think that it would be out in 2027 or 2028. It makes a lot of sense, and quite frankly, pushing a generation to 2030 again, I'll say it for like the 10th time, under normal circumstances would not help gaming. That would probably be a hindrance. But then again, take a look at last generation. We're still releasing games on that shit.
Yep.
Tons of games. Tons of games still going on that thing. And
Tons
that
of
thing is
players, Matt.
tons of
Tons of
players.
players.
Dude, my little brother has a PS4. He he no reason. No reason for him to ever upgrade. As long as games keep getting supported there, there's absolutely no reason for him to upgrade.
What's
All
he
he
playing on
plays
the PS4?
Fortnite,
Ah,
Fortnite,
okay.
Skyrim.
Well, what was it, last week or the week before? Genshin Impact. They announced that they're leaving, and there was another anime game also announced that they're leaving
Hmm.
previous gen. So maybe as these freemium games, which is where most people are playing, as these freemium games move away from the old generation, I think then we'll start to see more adoption of the new consoles.
Exactly. And even then, once that happens,
Yeah,
you're going to see adoption of these consoles.
yeah, not the
You're,
next
you're,
one.
you're not going to see adoption of the next one because
Yeah,
they'll just be getting this one and they'll be like, oh, I can't wait to get 5, 6 years out of this thing. And they will. They'll get 5, 6 years out of it because they're going to be supporting this thing because this thing is also making them a ton of money. So
yes.
I don't know. Again, under normal circumstances, I have one answer, but right now we're just not in normal circumstances, regardless of all the tariffs and prices and all that. We're just not in normal circumstances.
And I feel like we also, because I feel like we're in a bit of a bubble amongst ourselves. I think we sometimes forget that we make up like maybe 10-20% of console players.
Hmm.
Most console players are not playing on the cutting edge. Most
Yep.
people, like you just said, Matt, they're on the previous console. This business of, oh, the PS5 comes out and then you buy it within the first, what, 3 months, 6 months? That's for psychos like me and you. Most
Yep.
people are perfectly comfortable on their PS4. They're like, oh, the PS5 came out. Okay, cool. Um, does the PS4 still work? Yes. Does COD still work on it? Yes. Does FIFA still work on it? Yes. Does Madden and NBA still work on it? Yes. Then It's cool. We'll see you guys. You guys can go on ahead. That's how most people treat these consoles. They'll only upgrade if they're forced to. So either the game stop coming out or like the PS4 breaks, right, Matt?
Yeah.
They drop it on a trip to visit family and on Christmas or whatever, and then it doesn't work. Oh shit! Well, instead of buying another PS4, let's just buy a PS5. That's how a lot of upgrades happen. Most of the time,
Yep.
it's not like me and you where it's like, oh, my PS4 is perfectly fine, but the PS5 just came out, so guess what I'm about to do?
Exactly. There's
Rachie
like
says my PS4. So sorry, go ahead.
I said, there's like generations of kids who are like, I just got a PS4 because my older brother or my dad or uncle got a PS5 and now I have their PS4. And they're completely happy with that.
Yeah, they've got no complaints. It's only
Yep.
us. We're the only ones that care about this.
Yep.
Richie says my PS4 Pro is on version 12. I can jailbreak it. Okay. Aussie fan 80, welcome in. Smash the like button, Aussie fan. Says I traded my Series X and PS5 in for my Pro. I love the Pro. I barely use my gaming rig anymore. All right. Sapo says, but how also have to remember games went up to $70 this generation, causing people to rethink their. Yeah, it's not just consoles that went up, it's also the game. I forgot about that little point. It's getting progressively more expensive, this hobby of ours.
Really
uh
is.
More reactions. We've got friend of the channel, Jay Barry, says, hey, let's copy what Xbox did this generation with PS6 and have multiple SKUs. SMH. Matt, do you agree with Jay Barry that this is a bad move? Copying the whole
No.
situation with the Series S and the Series X.
I mean, is it a bad move whenever they copy Xbox anyway? Usually not. They like PlayStation seems to be doing fine. I don't like they're not they're not in dire straits, right? Like
Mhm.
they just Helldivers 2, for example, they just put it on Xbox. It's doing record numbers. It's like crushing the previous record for concurrent players that it's had. It's
Mhm.
absolutely crushing it. So like is it a bad idea that they quote unquote copied Xbox with their strategy for this game? No. It's making them money. Like that's what they want to do at the end of the day. They want to make money, and if giving people two SKUs
And I would,
helps,
sure, it gives them money, man. But
yeah,
does it benefit us, the gamer? Aussie fan says, I don't
yes,
want any copying Xbox in any way, shape, or form, lol. And I'm
it,
kind of with them on this one.
it does. It
Okay.
literally
How
does.
does it benefit? Like, we can see how it benefits Microsoft or Sony to do this. How does this benefit Loke when the PS6 rolls around?
You
How
said
did how does it
gamer
benefit?
and say low.
God damn it! I'm a gamer. What are you trying to
Look,
say, man?
I'm not even being funny. I'm just saying
No.
you said
What?
gamers. You
Well,
said
what are you trying to say, dude? If you have something to say it in my face. What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that maybe it doesn't benefit you because you're someone who's going to, I'm assuming, just get the top one, right?
Probably, yeah.
So why do you care? But like for somebody else who's like, I mean, we got to remember there was a time for Xbox, whether you like the Series S or not, or whether you think it's a piece of shit or good or whatever the hell you think about it. There was a time for Xbox where that was by far their most selling console this generation, like by a
I
pretty good
remember.
margin.
I remember the Series S. You even had PlayStation fans shaking. PlayStation fans that never used to worry about Xbox sales. Suddenly, PlayStation fans are like, no, but Xbox is only doing these numbers because of the Series X, Series S, and people are like, yeah,
Yes.
is it not an Xbox? Like the same way, a lot of people are grasping and saying, the ROG series, the ROG Xbox Ally is not an Xbox. A lot of people are grasping to try
Yeah.
and make the distinction between the X and the S. But yeah, go ahead.
And also keep in mind, again, this generation as an example with the Series S. I feel like if the Series S doesn't exist this generation, optimization is a big problem. I mean, optimization is already a big problem, but
Yeah,
because the Series S exists, they have such a low baseline. Like they've got such a tough baseline to hit that it makes everything else on the Series X look and play so much better than it otherwise would. And if you flip that to PlayStation, where PlayStation is in terms of consoles way more popular than Xbox, like astronomically more popular than Xbox. And now you got developers who are like, what are they going to do? Skip PlayStation because they don't want to make a SKU for that?
that's not gonna happen.
That ain't going to happen. They're not going to skip PlayStation for that shit. And even on Xbox's side, it's a couple games that might skip Xbox. They sure as shit ain't skipping PlayStation. They're going
No,
to optimize for that SKU, and because they optimize for that SKU, it's going to be better on the one that you buy. That's good. That's not a bad thing. And
it
that's
is
not
good.
just going to make that's not going to make optimization just better for PlayStation. It's going to make it better for your PC, for your Xbox, for your Switch, whatever the fuck. It's going to make it better. Probably not the Switch because the Switch 2 will probably be less powerful, but still. Like
Probably, probably, probably.
it's just going to make things better. If you want to argue that hey, it might hold back some sort of creativity, maybe, but even then, I don't think it will. I really don't think it will, especially considering the fact that most developers nowadays can seem to go for visuals over like anything ridiculously CPU intensive. There's not a ton of CPU intensive games, and if there are, they're usually locked to PC. It's usually games are very GPU intensive, not CPU intensive usually. So until that flips, then
Uh-huh.
that's really not even a worry for me. Like for me at least.
So like my toxic take on this whole thing is that the developers are the ones who are to blame. They're the ones who fuck up, in my opinion. Because I was watching a video today, um, of someone that was essentially saying that Hideo Kojima is racist, right? And they had some valid points, right? Even me as a Kojima fanboy, I kinda have to give them some grace.
The
But
Kojima's okay.
yeah, man, it's wild. Like I'll send you the links, but it is wild. And this coming from my lips, I saw some shit. I saw some shit. I googled some shit. I tried to debunk some shit.
Sure.
And yeah, yeah. Turns out he's not a god. He's just another human being. Point is, um this person was looking at Kojima's game. What's it? The one at the what's it? Astro Corps or something.
Astro Cops, what?
There's a
Kojima's
game
game?
that Kojima made, yeah, back in the day, like back all the way back in the day, bro. Like a
Oh, I
long,
don't know. I'm not a Kojima. Like I'm a Death Stranding fan.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
about his.
Police Knots, Police Knots, yeah.
Okay.
When Kojima made that game, he made it with the inspiration of like mixing Lethal Weapon plus like some cyberpunkish stuff, right? But you
What?
look at the game and then you compare it to its contemporaries at the time. Matt, it's light and day. Like you cannot put them. It is an embarrassment. But Kojima was developing for the exact same consoles, but his games were like leagues and leagues and leagues ahead of everyone else. I say all of this to bring it back to, yeah, at the end of the day, it's the developers. I'm sorry. This business about SKUs and whatever, nah. It's
Because
just a bunch of it's just a bunch of people that can't swing it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. I found the video. I want to I want everyone to get like the full picture of it. It all comes down to the developers.
Platform constraints aside, this was the official plot. Now consider that, budget and platform constraints aside, this was the official Lethal Weapon game released just 2 years earlier, which was a vanilla platformer typical of the times, and you can start to appreciate that Kojima's approach to storytelling
This
and
is what
maximizing what he could
This is what he was doing when everyone was just making basic ass side scrollers. This is what Kojima was making.
achieve within the current hardware restraints was already on another level. And side note, this is pretty much why LucasArts was making such waves at the time, because their games were not just simple platformers, but instead they were attempting to retell the story. And interestingly, while we're on the topic of Kojima ripping off movies for his games, when it came
All right. Now he has to go back to shitting.
we got
Now
we
he
got to
has to go
stop
back
here.
to shit.
He said something. He dared to say something slightly negative about Kojima. We got to stop the video. This is trying.
No, the point has come across. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You got my point. My point is a lot of this is just the developers and whether or not they're capable enough to swing it. That's all it is.
Okay.
Ozzy is laughing. Stop laughing, Ozzy. It's not funny. It's not
It
funny.
is funny. It's funny how that works. It's very funny.
Go ahead, finish your point, Matt.
Listen, I think I don't think there's too much reason to be concerned about this, especially on like PlayStation side. Like the for example, the people in this chat. Like I'm assuming I don't know all of you guys. I'm assuming if you're on PlayStation, I know Seawolf, for example, probably is looking for most forward to PlayStation exclusives. They have never. I've not outside of like Days Gone, maybe at launch was a little bit rough. I've never seen them launch something that was just utterly dog shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could talk about Concord being a complete flop, sure, whatever. I'm just talking from a technical aspect of the game. It just doesn't happen, and if it does, it's not often. It's very not often. And you could also vice versa. There are exceptions, like on Xbox's side with Redfall, but like most of the time, first party knows how to take full advantage of what they are working with. And
Yes.
when it comes to having multiple SKUs, like look, Forza Horizon 5, for example, launched Xbox Series S and X, ran great on both, was just at a slightly lower resolution. Like these things are possible. It's not going to be the end of the world having two SKUs. In fact, all it's going to do is open up the possibility for more people to play at a lower price, at a lower entry price point, which is a good thing ultimately.
Yeah. Yeah, because not everyone is an enthusiast looking to spend $1,000+. You
Exactly.
know, not everyone wants to do that. Reishi says it also released on Xbox One and One X. What also released on Xbox One and One X? Are we talking about Police Knots?
Did it? That's funny.
Kojima's been making games forever. Lastly, we have Nib, who said Moore's Law MLID has received up-to-date leaks on PS6 systems, has a full breakdown. PS6 will come in 3 flavors. So it's not it's not 2.
It's
It's
three. What do you
3.
got? Ooh, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Okay. Okay.
That,
Small form factor console, up to $400. There's a handheld up to $500, and there's the high performance console up to $700. All three are rumored
hmm.
to launch in late 2027, but could slip. Prices are estimates based on BOM analysis. In a twist of irony and all the noise around Xbox Series S holding back the gen, it appears PlayStation may be doing its own Series S.
Well,
Damn,
you remember when I
damn.
said you remember when I said I'm out on PlayStation until unless they do something wild?
Yeah.
That might be the wild thing. That might be it. If I tell you what, I'm not for sure getting a PS6, but if I do and that bottom one exists, that's the one I'm getting.
The high performance one?
No, I'm talking the bottom tier.
Oh, the
If
small form factor
if
console.
that one, yeah, if that exists and I'm getting a PS6, that is the
Yeah.
one I'm getting. No
Okay.
question. It's not a question.
If Oh, okay, since we're talking about conditions that we're willing to follow, right? If 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 these are the prices, as long as Steam is available on PlayStation, because that's also another rumor, right? Since we're going with the rumors here, the rumor is that PlayStation is doing this. There's also a rumor that PlayStation will be allowing Steam on their system because Xbox is also rumored to be doing the same thing. And
Yeah, you got to copy Xbox.
it has reason. It seems like PlayStation is obsessed with following or copying Xbox.
Sure.
Um, if they do put Steam on their handheld, I might get the PS6 handheld. Like
Why
now, I
not?
sit down and wait to see like does Xbox come out with their handheld? You know, because if Xbox doesn't come up with their handheld, but then the PlayStation 6 handheld has Steam or it has some form of Windows or even Linux integration where I can have the I can have Steam, GOG, even the Xbox app running on it. I think I might get the PlayStation handheld.
Well, you can't have the Xbox app running on Linux. But I think if they're doing
Oh, it
this,
doesn't run on
if
Linux?
no, it doesn't run on Linux. I
Okay.
think if they're doing this, I mean, by then maybe there'll be a workaround. I know there's workarounds like with the Steam Deck, it only comes with Steam on it, but you can get workarounds to get Epic, GOG, um, EA, and a bunch
Yeah,
of other launchers.
as soon as you open it up,
Yeah,
I think it's possible.
I'm, you know, I see. I think for Xbox, I don't think they'll have their own quote unquote handheld. I think Xbox when it comes to a handheld, depending on how this ROG Xbox Ally does, which again, I'm sure their expectations are probably pretty realistic because look at the base ROG Ally. It
Yeah,
sold
the pricing is aggressive, bro.
well, not even just the price. I'm just saying like the regular ROG Ally, which people like. There's a community of people that fucking love that thing, but that thing sold not millions, but hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, yeah,
And if that's their expectation, then that's awesome. But if
it'll
they're
be.
like, if they're coming into this like, yo, we're gonna sell 10 million of these things, no, you're not. And as long as their expectations are in line, I think their quote unquote handheld is going to be, hey, we'll let Asus do a handheld for us. We'll let Acer do one for us. Fuck it, we'll let do one for us.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
we'll just let all these guys do our handheld. I think it'll be the same thing for their consoles. After next generation, maybe even during next generation, they'll probably just be like, hey, Asus, you want to do an Xbox console? Here you go. They'll just hand all that stuff out to everybody, and then they'll have their own reference version of their console if you want to buy it from Xbox. But I think PlayStation's in a position like if they're going to do a handheld, it's going to be from PlayStation because that's important to them.
I think, and this is like the next level of the discussion, right? People are saying that it's going to be designed to go up against Nintendo. Matt, unless they figure out how to get how to like control the price, you have no chance against Nintendo.
Well, I mean, if that's the price, again, you got to take into account we don't know what's going to happen with all the things that are happening. But if the planned price, if that leak is true, is $399 to $500, I don't see why they couldn't. I don't see why
Yeah,
they couldn't.
yeah. If the
I
handheld is 500, which is what they're projecting here, but I don't think that's realistic, Matt. I'd be shocked if it was $500.
I don't think it's as unrealistic as you may think.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be surprised if it comes out and it's more than that. I certainly won't be surprised, but I don't think it's entirely unrealistic. I think right now we're kind of having a knee-jerk reaction to the prices going up and
Yeah,
also tariffs being a thing. I think we're having this knee-jerk reaction where we're like, well, that's it, everything's cooked. Now it's going to be like
everything's going up. Yeah,
yeah, now it's going to be $1,000 baseline. I don't think we're going to get. I don't think we're getting to next gen, and the PS6 is $1,000. I just don't think that's going to happen because then, like, as much as prices can, as much as inflation exists and tariffs and just them kind of being greedy and pushing up prices, as much
yeah.
as that's a thing, I think there's a point where like PlayStation and Xbox are going to be like, yo, we can't cross that because at that point, then what's the point of even buying this? What's the appeal of buying this? Especially for PlayStation, what's the appeal of buying this at $1,000 versus just saving another 500 and getting a PC,
There you
or just taking 1,000 and getting a PC?
Or if it's $1,000, take out 500 and buy the high-end Steam Deck.
Yeah, like, and that's another thing. Talking specifically about Steam, like we're also not even factoring into the equation that there almost certainly is a Steam console and the works right now because that like all the specifications for that just leaked. So that almost certainly exists. Unless at some last minute thing it gets scrapped, that almost certainly exists. So we're not even taking that into equation right now because that's probably going to be a player next gen as well.
You think there's more people interested in the Steam Deck now that it's like out and has been proven to be a reliable machine, and there's people like me, for example, who are like, well, I didn't jump on for like day one.
Oh, cut out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. You didn't jump on day one, but
Uh, like the use case of the Steam Deck one, I'm just sitting the Steam Deck two. You think there's lots of people that are thinking that way? Because I don't think so. I think the people that bought the first Steam Deck are the same people that want to buy the second one.
well, for sure, the people that bought the first Steam Deck will absolutely buy the second one. I'm not even talking about a Steam Deck though.
What
I'm
are you
talking.
talking about?
You haven't seen the reports of the new Valve console.
No.
There's reports of a like how they used to do Steam machines, which kind of sucked and they weren't great. But they've done so much work on Proton compatibility with games and everything that it's actually pretty good now. I mean, unless a game has anti-cheat, in which case it can still be hit or miss. But like for
Hmm.
most games, Proton compatibility is fucking awesome. So they're going to take everything they've learned from getting that up to speed with the Steam Deck and make a console that goes under your TV. And there's already leaks of I don't
Oh.
yeah. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head what the specs were, but there's already leaks of the specs. It's already been it's that stuff is out there already. It's almost
But how
certainly
much?
happening.
Oh
We don't
man.
know. We don't know how
It's
much.
another $500.
And exactly, and that's the thing. If that's also a player when it comes to the next Xbox, the next PlayStation, the Switch 2, and then you throw that in there, I don't think PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo is in a position where they can be like, "Hey, we're going to charge six, seven, 800, 900, $1,000." They're just not in that position.
A Steam Deck console.
But a full console, not like this cut down handheld version, but like a full powerful console that you could play your Steam games, probably your Epic games, probably your God games, all on a console. Like they're essentially, it would essentially be what we think the next Xbox would be. It's except instead of from Microsoft, it would be from Valve.
I'd be very curious to see how they can make it work with the other launches.
I think compatibility with other launchers will be great, minus Xbox, unless they get a deal with Xbox in place so that they can get Game Pass on Steam. If they can do that, then shit, you essentially have a full blown PC.
True, true. Richie says $500 for a RX 7600 machine isn't that bad, but you're paying for the Steam experience. And that's what I'm saying, Richie. If it's just Steam, I don't think people are going to be super happy about that. But if they can figure out a way to bring in all the stores, that could sell. The Steam console would need FSR4.
Yes. And I would assume it'd be dumb if it didn't have it, because by then we'd be on like the second iteration of FSR4, I would imagine.
Okay. Okay. I don't know, man. For me, I'm not really super excited about a Steam box. From being honest, that doesn't
I'm
really tickle. It doesn't tickle me.
I'm
But if
surprised
you're
it
talking
doesn't.
about this, okay, why? Why are you surprised?
I'm surprised that that doesn't excite you. But then again,
I
I
already
guess
have a PC.
I guess no, but I'm talking like just to have under your TV. I mean, do you play your PC on your TV?
On this one, no, no. This one is it's only the consoles that are connected to the big one. I
Uh,
mostly play
Monitor.
on the monitors. Yeah.
Okay. I was because I just remembered when we were talking about hooking up. Like I put my old PC on my TV in my bedroom. You
Mm-hmm.
were like, you were like something to the effect of, "I'd like to do that, but it's just tough to do because of like, you need a
Mouse and keyboard.
keyboard. Yeah, you need a mouse, you need a keyboard, and all that stuff."
Yeah.
I just figured you'd be interested in that. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'll have to show you it after the show. It's in my bedroom, but I have a mouse keyboard combo that is literally the size of my phone.
What?
That is like the size of my phone. It has a touchpad right there, and then it has the keyboard on this side, and
Uh-huh.
that is how I control that computer in that room. I don't have to have a big bulky keyboard. I don't need a huge mouse. I just something the size of my phone.
And how much did that cost you?
It's like 20
That
bucks.
peripheral? I keep sending you money, Matt. I keep sending you money to buy stuff.
It
I
was
feel
like
like
20.
I feel like this is the reverse Nigerian scam. Usually it's the African being like, "Oh, send me money." The opposite is happening. I feel like I'm paying the price for all the scammers that have scammed Americans.
Well,
That's what I feel.
thankfully,
Yeah.
you're American. You're a Texas boy. So thankfully, it's not that.
Uh-huh.
It is
Okay.
not that.
Sure.
I'll
Sure.
I'll look it up right now because I'm quite interested to see how much this thing costs. Because I know it wasn't more than 30 bucks. It was not more than 30, and that was years ago when I got it.
Okay. Rachel says there are gaming mouse and keyboard pillows for couch PC gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Matt, look it up, Matt. Send me the link. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Um, exactly what the options are.
I mean, you can
Um,
get the one I have is $22, 23, 22.99. You can
mhm,
buy that one that's small and compact, like the size of your phone, or you can
yeah.
get one that's a bigger size, but the same thing for 30.
But the reason but we want the smaller one, obviously, right? We want the more convenient one.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's the one I use.
yeah. Um, Lastly, in this article here, Sony discussed its future console strategy in a business segment meeting this summer, in which it said it was committed to, quote, exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with games, and that the future of the platform is top of mind. While we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top of mind. SIE CEO Hideaki Nishino said, "We are committed to exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with our content and services." So maybe this is the new and enhanced way. I wouldn't say it's new. I would not say it's new.
Yes,
Definitely enhanced, and it fits with the new attention economy that has identified mobile gaming. When I say mobile, I'm not talking about phones. I'm talking about you
portable.
can on the go, exactly, portable. The attention economy has identified that mobile and portable is where you get most of the money. Even Netflix has released numbers showing that they have more people watching on their phones and tablets than they're on their computers, smart TVs, etc. So I guess that those specific quotes do lend credence to this rumor. So Matt, overall, well, we did kind of address this. Overall, Richie says RIP wallet. Damn. Overall, you would be interested in getting the excuse me, you would be interested in getting the minimum PS6, like the lowest level PS6, if the rumor is true.
If the rumor is true and that thing exists, yes. But there has to be some sort of stipulation. Like it has to be releasing first of all with the Naughty Dog game with Intergalactic. I'm assuming Intergalactic's gonna. Well, they've already showed PS5 footage of that game, so I need that game upgraded for the PS6 first of all.
Fair,
Um,
fair.
and then on top of that, you got to launch it with another game. What other game? I don't know, but it's got to be a game I'm interested in. Santa Monica, whether it's whatever Corey Barlog is working on, it's got to have the Naughty Dog game and then one other game to go with it. If that exists and the PS6 Series S, whatever the hell
Mhm.
exists, then I will get that. That will be how I get a PS6.
Okay, okay. Interesting times. Mr. Matt likes games, actually leering and thirsty for a PlayStation product.
Yeah,
What a time!
interested. I don't know if I'd say I'm not dying to get a
What
PS6.
a time! What a time to be
Yeah,
alive. Welcome in,
yeah.
Derigi. The rest of the gang had IRL stuff to deal with. Life usually happens to one or two of us a week. Sometimes it happens to four or five of us. It is what it is. But yeah, they're dealing with IRL stuff. Reezy says, I won't get a PS6 even with all the berries, bells, and whistles. Okay, okay. Uh, I would ask why, but I feel like there's a fanboyish response there coming. So I'm not gonna bite. I'm not gonna bite. C4 Skills welcome and says, but it will hold gaming back. All
Right.
right, let's address this. Matt, is there anything you'd like to add on the irony of this current situation?
Well, I mean, it's just funny. It's just funny how things work. It's funny that X again, this thing we don't know for sure that exists, but if it does, it would be hilarious given how much shit Xbox got for the Series S. It
It
would
would.
just it would be so funny. Um so like I'd say ultimately it's not going to hold anything back just the same way that the Series S didn't hold anything back. Um it's just it is up to developers. It is up to developers. And if the developer's up for the task, it won't matter. It will not matter, especially on PlayStation side of things, because you could make the argument it kind of mattered for Xbox because it's a less
Mhm.
popular platform.
Yes.
But a developer's not skipping PlayStation just because I don't want to optimize. I don't feel like it. They're not doing that. They'll get over it. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, let's move on.
So
Do you have anything you want to add before we move on?
no, I've
All right.
added too many things.
Timmy, welcome in. Welcome in. Smash the like button, yo. Welcome in. Get comfortable. The next topic was referred to me by our guest that wasn't able to make it, Cult Classic Cage. Bungie is offering 500 buccarinos reward just to play marathon. What? Let's read the article because a lot of times the headline is insane. Because I'm just saying, like, if, dude, I'll play marathon. Fuck it. I'll play marathon if they pay 500 bucks. But let's get into the article. Let's get
Yeah.
into the article. Bungie is holding another marathon playtest, but this time players can bag themselves a nice $500 payout just for trying out the shooter. It's fair to say that Marathon is off to a pretty rough start. The hotly awaited extraction shooter received a lukewarm reception during its closed alpha test before being embroiled in plagiarism controversy over artwork that appeared in the game. Bungie then took the difficult decision to delay its initial September 2025 release date, and we currently don't have any word on when it will finally launch. Now, an extended playtest is taking place behind closed doors, and the devs are offering a healthy sum for anyone who. God damn it! It's behind closed doors. I thought it was so I can't get the $500. That sucks. That sucks. The Reezy says, "Relax my shoulders."
I
Dude, for
mean,
$500, I'll play marathon.
I
You
mean,
know what?
where's their
For
headquarters?
five for
Texas,
$500, get the fuck out of here, man. For
Texas to
500,
California is not that big of a. It's a plane ticket.
for $500, I'll play Dragon Age the Veilguard. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
I'll play Dragon Age. Give me 5 cents. Give me, give me a cent. I'll do it.
As revealed in an email that has been sent out to players seen by GamePost, the playtest is running for 30 days, and participants are required to play for at least 1 hour every single day. At the end of it, they receive a reward. Wait, is it $500 per day, or is it $500 at
I'm
the end of
assuming
30 days?
it's $500 at the end of 30 days. They're not
Ah,
paying you $500 a day. That's insane.
because okay, because if it's per day, it might be worth hopping on a plane and going and going to the
Yeah,
US.
it might be worth making what $500 times 30 to play an hour of a game a day. Yeah, I'm sure it
Yeah,
might be. It might
dude,
be.
I'll sleep at their studios. I don't even need to pay rent anyway. I'll fucking sleep there.
Yeah, dude, no shit. So would I.
Continue. Okay, here's the quote. This user research study is a playtest that will run for 30 consecutive days from the 8th of September uh, to the 7th of October, including weekends. Said, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if, dude, you can include weekends, holidays, birthdays. I don't give a fuck. my wedding anniversary, I'm going to play to get my $500 a day. What? You'll be required to play for a minimum of 1 hour daily during the playtest window on weekdays. Uh, okay, during the playtest window of 3 to 7 p.m. Pacific on weekdays and 2 to 8 Pacific on weekends. 2 to 8 p.m. Pacific on weekends. Upon completing the study, you will receive, fuck off, 30 days for 500. Fuck right off, dude. No, you will receive $500 gift. It's not even cash. It's a
No, of
gift
course it's
card.
not.
It's a gift card of your choice as a thank you for your valuable. Matt,
Look thought they were gonna hand him cold hard cash. I thought they were just gonna give him some bills. That's no,
man, no,
no way.
fuck this. What are your thoughts on this
Uh,
initiative by Marathon?
I mean, I'm not playing that game. Like, I'm, I'm all like, I'm not gonna say for sure that I'm boycotting that game because, quite frankly, I don't care enough for it to be considered a boycott. It's not like, oh, I want to play that, but for some more moral reason, I can't bring myself to do it. It's nothing like that. I don't want to play it, and I think it's bullshit that they stole someone's art.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But I
and
think they
it,
lost a possible customer in you, Matt, because you like Destiny.
I
You could
no,
have,
because
you
once
could
I
have
saw it
easily
was
jumped to this, right?
I do like Destiny, but Destiny's not an extraction shooter.
Okay,
Like
okay.
once they said it was an extraction shooter, I'm like, yeah. The closest thing I'll play to an extraction shooter and enjoy is Finals, and that's not really an extraction shooter. Um, I guess I'm kind of excited for Arc Raiders,
Hmm.
but yeah, like I'm not dying to play extraction shooter, with creatively bankrupt extraction shooter. I'm not dying to
Creatively
play that.
bankrupt.
I'm all good.
Damn, damn. I don't know how they're going to still release this thing, man. Like
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure out how they sat down with their legal team and were like, all right, how can we make this move forward? And the legal team helped them figure out a a solution that does not involve scrapping the entire thing.
The legal
Because
team just said, "Say you're sorry. Say
and then
I'm
shut up for a couple of
sorry."
minutes. We're sorry.
Right? That'll fix it.
But the thing is, remember when we did this, when we did all the reporting on this, man, it wasn't just a couple of things on the wall, dude. Like even the
Oh,
entire aesthetic
exactly.
of the game was
Which
ripped from that artist.
imagine that, dude. Imagine you stole an entire like the entire aesthetic for your game, and you're a massive company. You get caught.
Yeah.
It's like the fifth or sixth time you've done it, and then you just go silent for a couple months, and then you're like, "Hey guys, we're back. We're back. Did you change anything? Nope, nope. We didn't change nothing. It's exact same thing, but now we're just back." What? Uh, wha- yeah, how are you getting away with this? I First of all, I don't know. I'm not convinced that they will get away with this. I'm quite certain that that game's probably going to get a very lukewarm reception, and that's being generous.
Oh yeah.
But how are you at Sony? How is Sony not like, yo, scrap all that shit and fix it? How is that
Yeah.
not what they're saying? Uh,
Yeah.
they spent all that money on Concord. You don't want to spend the money to redo the art style for Bungie's new game?
Maybe that's why they bring in the playtesters. Maybe during this whole time, it's been what, 3, 4 months since the whole thing blew up. I think maybe during this time they've been redoing the game, redoing the design of the game. Like
I
this
hope so.
picture still shows the old style.
Yes.
Maybe now they've reworked it and it's like black and white or some shit. I don't know. Maybe they've turned it into some samurais. I don't know what they've turned it into.
I hope they
But
changed it.
yeah. If it comes out looking like it was back then, like you said, Matt, it's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset.
I can't imagine that it's going to. There has to be somebody within Bungie's you know, circle or PlayStation circle that's like, yo, you guys can't do that. We're not
Yeah.
letting you do. And not only can you not do that, we're
Oh,
not letting you do it.
yes, he's yeah. All right. Hold on.
Yo,
Let me fix this, dude. I still feel like that guy, like the boss dude. I think he needs to lose his job.
well, the CEO of Bungie, I'm pretty sure they just left. Like they're out of there. And there's not many people complaining either because quite frankly, he was a fucking asshat. Um but like, people are unanimously celebrating that this guy's out of the company. Who knows if that'll change anything, but like it's a step forward cuz you're getting this loser out of there, but like I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in this. They could have reworked the art style. They could have done everything that they want to it. I still I'm still not interested. But if it comes out the way we think it's going to come out, where they didn't do anything to fix all the problems, then I'm extra not interested in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just going to remove the stuff on the wall and then we'll be like, yeah, we're done. We're done. It's all good. Cult,
Yep.
Cult Classic Cage,
Oh man, I'm
welcome
so
in.
sorry, my guy.
It's been a minute. It has
Dude,
been a minute.
bro, I set my alarm for an hour before the stream because
Uh-huh.
I work night shift, right? So
Yeah.
I'm a graveyard shifter. Bro, I woke up, turned off my alarm. I said 5 more minutes. I wasn't asleep for an hour
Mm,
and a fucking half, bro.
that's how it goes.
Five
Yeah.
more minutes.
My bad, guys, but
It
it's really
happened.
good to be here. You know, I love when you guys invite me over. I love to hang out with y'all. But
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
apologies, bro.
Oh yeah.
Listen, we
Well,
appreciate you coming through eventually. We do appreciate it. Blind Giant celebrates 25 months of membership on TSW.
whoa.
Thank you so much. Mahalo. Mahalo. What's
Mahalo.
up, everyone? Hit that like button. Smash it, y'all. Listen,
Absolutely, share it out.
yes, listen to Blind Giant and smash that like button. Come on. Come on. Reezy says Cassie was goon.
I mean, he's not lying, bro.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that goon. Okay, I was thinking about another goon. Okay,
Well,
listen,
I mean, it is
listen.
a dual meaning, my guy. Dual meaning.
Right, right. I was on the other one. I was on the other one. Apologies. Apologies. Uh,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Looks like the whole gang's coming through. Okay. All right.
Whoa. Hello.
Cassie. Cassie, while I sort this out in the back room,
Hmm?
tell us what you have been playing, please.
Dude, last night after stream, I'm like, I need to try this Shinobi game. This should look too sick. Dude, I
Uh-huh.
played it for like an hour. Oh my god, the art is so beautiful. The gameplay on point, like the play control is solid. Like it's shit. That's what I'm gonna be playing tonight. It just looks super fucking awesome.
That's the 2D one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
they did a phenomenal job. It's like the Streets of Rage 2 devs. They once again another fucking. I mean, excuse me, Streets of Rage 4 devs. Once again, another banger from them. So
yeah.
that's
They took
super
another
exciting.
classic. took another classic, they put some spit on it, shined it, and everyone
Yep.
is in love again.
And I
All
recently
right.
beat RoboCop unfinished business. Another banger. RoboCop, dude, RoboCop
That
could do
game's
no
great.
wrong. If you love blood, guts, and gore, and just a badass motherfucker to play as, RoboCop's your back.
Yep.
Okay. Matt is our resident RoboCop lover, so
Well, the
Hell
thing
yeah.
is, like historically, I'm not even like it's just the games, dude. It's just the
they're
game.
that
Like
good.
I love I got the first one, the Rogue City, and I was like I had pretty low expectations for it, and then I played it. I was like, dude, that game kicks ass.
It does.
That game's amazing. And then this one came out, and same thing. It's amazing.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Mentor, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. Our elder statesman of just 15 years
No.
old. His
15.
father
You said
His
15,
father
right?
gave him permission to be on here.
He said 15.
The
Yeah,
facial
15,
hair
one
that you
five.
see
Thank you.
is fake. His mother helped him with like makeup and glue. He stuck that onto his face. That's not his actual
Yes.
facial hair.
Yes. This is like, I actually have hair underneath here.
Yeah, he just likes to
It's,
cut it off because he wants to look
yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
It's a green
That's right.
screen.
It's
Yeah.
a
And the
green
gray is
screen.
just so I get a bit of respect when I go out. Right.
Just a
Yeah.
And
little
I'm
bit.
also like, I'm using a voice altering program because,
Ooh, you're like
man, my
Thor.
voice is all over the place,
You're
puberty,
like pirate
right? So,
software. You're like pirate
Huh.
software.
yeah.
That's not your real voice.
Exactly. Exactly.
Damn.
Mentor. Cassie try not to laugh. Mentor, what you been playing? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing okay. I've been playing a bit of Gears Reloaded on PC and
Hey.
a little bit of that. I'm still playing Oblivion, the remaster
Nice.
on my PlayStation. I am still playing some of the Division with my daughter. So a little bit of everything, spreading it around, spreading the love.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So you guys missed the earlier part of the show, but I'm sure you guys are all up to date on it. So we still want to get your takes on it. Cassie, because you came in here first, PlayStation 6. Thoughts?
I
Too
mean,
soon? Too many SKUs? What
I
are your
mean,
thoughts on it?
the PlayStation 5 is literally just still embellishing in PS4's leftovers. What are we talking about? This generation has not defined itself at all. Like, I don't care about a PS6. Like, dude, I'm still like, to me, like, I don't know, bro. I know what to expect from companies at this point, like PlayStation and Xbox, to be real with you. And I'm just completely disinterested. It's just genuinely, I was all in this generation. Usually every generation prior to, I guess, my future now, I used to buy everything.
Yeah.
You weren't gonna tell me what game I could and couldn't play. I just bought every fucking thing. I had, last gen I had, fucking Xbox One, even though it took a while for me to get one, right? Rise of the Tomb Raider kind of inspired me to want one because
Mhm.
Tomb Raider reboot was my bag. But
Yeah.
I had, PS4, Nintendo Switch, I even had a Wii U. So, that was usually just how I'd be locked and loaded for any fucking game that comes out. But now it's like most of these games, they don't excite me anymore. They can't even, dude, they can't even sell you a hope and a dream, let alone make you go out of your way to want to buy a new platform. So, like, games like Marathon, are you fucking kidding me? You think I'm gonna go out of my way for a game that looks like that? Nah, like, I don't know. It PS6, whatever, bro. I'll get the, I don't know, the remaster on on PC or something. Whatever.
Damn. Okay. Not much enthusiasm here. Mentor, tell us why you can't wait to get the PS6.
Well, I could make something up, but
Wow.
no, I mean, I'm a fan of technology, so the jury's still out. Everything's still kind of just rumors as to what it's going to be and what it's going to provide. The handheld sounds interesting. The latest stuff, it should be pretty similar to a PS5, and when it's in its dock, if the rumors are true, it should perform
Yeah.
fairly well. Like I say, I'm a fan of new tech, but there's nothing really that excites me. Like Cassie said, this generation has been most underwhelming that I can remember. And we are still feasting on the leftovers of PS4 and remasters and things of that nature. Sony really hasn't delivered much of anything to be excited about in terms of new games, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. So we'll see. I guess that's where I'm at. I'm on the fence with,
Yeah.
we'll see what they deliver at the time. And right now, it's all rumors and speculation. You can make your best guesses based on, the information that's out there. But there's nothing at this point that has me just chomping at the bit to get one. There is an old person saying for you.
Chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Dude,
Uh-huh.
you know what's crazy? Like, I was on Twitter yesterday and I saw a homie literally trying to console war and flex that, oh, this dude hadn't been on PlayStation for like 20 years and he finally pulls up. You know what game convinced him to switch to
Gears
basically
of
give up on
War.
Xbox? Fucking Gears. And I'm like, is this a W to you, motherfucker? You're literally flexing that this dude switched to a new platform, to your platform of choice, for
To
a
play a
7th
game.
gen Xbox 360 video game. If that doesn't
That's hilarious.
explain this generation of AAA gaming, I don't know what the fuck does. Like, it's so ridiculous.
I saw that.
That's
It was funny.
hilarious.
There's actually an update to that story. Stallion then said that because he logged into his Microsoft account on PlayStation, his platinum that he already had on Xbox popped on PlayStation. So, so,
Oh my god.
There
so
you
no
go.
real point.
Wow.
That was very awkward. It was a very awkward tweet. People are like, "Yo, so you just wasted money buying a PlayStation and Gears of War
Wow.
again." It's like, yeah, essentially. So he's asking people to like, okay, can you guys help me out? What game should I use as my first platinum? Because
Oh my god, that's
what was
hilarious.
planned didn't work out. So there you go, Matt. There you go. Xbox and its cross
Cross
progression
progression.
Yeah.
cross progression efficiency done fucked up Stallions, like content path. Like this, I probably had content lined up for weeks, bro.
Almost.
He's like, no, we
Wow.
got you. We got you. Here's your platinum.
Thought you were slick.
Oh shit. All right.
Wow.
So Cassie and Mental said something uh, that I want to push back a bit on. You guys said that these console, the PS5 specifically, doesn't have doesn't have an identity. They haven't done anything with it. My question to you guys is, they haven't done anything with the console. So what's up with all the sales?
It's the default
Wow.
console.
Yeah. It's the
Um,
household brand.
yeah, I mean, honestly, PlayStation is pretty decent on the past couple of generations of advertising. So that's definitely helped them out for sure. Um, having Call it, for a while they had I don't even know who does really Xbox do the advertising with Call of Duty in their favor, because I feel like Xbox doesn't even like Microsoft
Oh,
doesn't even care about promoting
yeah,
their own.
it's
I
just
think that
standard.
Doesn't feel
honestly,
like it.
yeah, like last gen it really helped out PlayStation that obviously they had marketing rights for Call of Duty. That's usually usually whoever has marketing rights usually ends up kind of being the default console in a lot of people's eyes with Call of Duty. But honestly, Xbox, they don't really care about even promoting their console either, so that's whatever. Um
Hmm.
and really it's just a lot of people are always going to just gravitate to console, which is completely fine. If that's your preferred a way of play. But that's usually just how it goes. And I think honestly, a lot of people, they already have massive libraries on already from PlayStation 4, and that carries over to PS5. So I mean, it kind of makes sense that obviously they're just gonna upgrade, and I don't blame them with that either. I mean, I have a massive library on PlayStation, but for me personally, I've just been never afraid to start over. I have multiple, huge libraries on pretty much every platform: Nintendo Switch, PlayStation. Xbox is probably my weakest, but also PC now. So
I'm with you there. I've never been worried about my library being on an older platform because I keep a console. I always keep one of the consoles, so I can still play it if I want. So that doesn't really bother me if I switch or move around. I started last gen, PS4 was my preferred console for a long time, and then I slowly migrated back over to Xbox, and it was that way for the start of this gen. But truth be told, I've been playing more on PlayStation lately than I have my Xbox. So, yeah, you shift around a bit. It's no big deal.
Okay. Okay.
But
Blind says it's the casual console. PS5 hardware is down 47. It's down 47%. But is it or is it not overall? Because we're talking about this gen. We're not talking about last month. We're not talking about last quarter. We're talking about this gen. Is it not overall super high in terms of sales? It is, brother. It is. Microsoft promotes Game Pass, not individual games for the most part. Yeah.
Exactly.
what were the latest
That,
numbers? Like 85 million or something? I think I remember hearing something like that.
I
It's
thought it was
something
in the
like
70s still. Is it the 80s already? Damn.
I don't know.
yeah,
I
I think
I
it's
could
on
be
18.
wrong.
Well, I mean, either way, it's good numbers.
I mean,
Um,
5 years in almost.
yeah,
A few months. We're 5 years in.
80.2 million units sold.
that's
Okay.
pretty damn good.
I
Yeah.
think that's doing all right.
Yeah. So
I think for
20 million a year.
Xbox, they're
It'll probably
just
hit 100.
like to Mental's point. They're very very focused on Game Pass. That's why like to what Call
I
Classic
got in
Games
trouble for
saying
that
is
a
like,
couple weeks ago. Just watch what you say.
oh yeah, dude, like they
what?
they don't seem at all to be interested in like here's this game, it's coming to our console. They're more like, here's this game, it's coming to our service.
Yeah.
Which if that's what they want to do, then fuck it. If you really don't give a shit about selling your console, then fine. But like that is just an observation of like, dude, at the end of a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 ad, it's just like flashes Game Pass. And it's like, if that doesn't mean anything to somebody, they're just like, what the fuck is that? Oh, I'll just play this on PlayStation. Doesn't mean anything to people because they don't know what it is. So
Mm.
like, probably should do a better job at advertising, but what the hell do I know? Just
Yeah, what do we know?
just a guy.
Just a guy, just a guy. C4 skills sold, brother. I'm sorry. I know. We like to pretend like only the PlayStation fans move the goalposts. C4 skills, 80.2 million sold, not
mm,
shipped. Sold. PS5 is still a little bit behind PS4 in the same time period. Yeah. Sure. That's not a
Sure.
problem. 80 million is still fucking insane in terms of numbers. Cassie, you're the one who shared this one out about Bungie offering $500 for people to play marathon. So obviously, when I saw the headline, I was like, "Oh my god, this is wild!
yeah.
How can I get in on this?" And then by the end of reading the article, like my spirit was tarnished all over again because first off, it's not online. So because I live in Mozambique, there's
Mm.
no option. Second, it's not $500 per hour. It's
He thought
five
they were
hundred
gonna.
dollars.
This maniac thought they were gonna give him $500 per hour to play marathon. Insane.
Well, I'm
That's the
still
most hype.
confused why he's
That's the
still
most
floating
hype
the
he's been for the game.
Mozambique thing.
Yo, I was ready to play marathon for hours. I was like super excited. Mental.
Oh
Sorry,
man.
we were
No, man,
talking about.
I was more confused by the Mozambique thing versus
Right?
just admitting Texas off the bat. And I didn't know we were going back to that. I thought we cleared that up a few weeks ago, but it is what it
Cassie,
is.
We have
Cassie's
to
a
clear
friendly
it every
panel.
week.
Cassie's a friend of the channel, so I don't have to tell her that you guys are a bunch of trolls. She
Oh
already
yeah.
knows what's
Oh.
going on. She
The
knows what's going
long
on.
time ongoing joke. It never ends.
Yeah, it never
It's
ends.
Never
real
gets
deal.
old.
It
Even the chat, blind. Come on, blind giant. What are you doing? Even the chat is getting in on it. Point is,
Yep.
right? So it's not online. It's not $500 per hour. It's not even $500. It's fucking gift cards.
Yeah, I
Get
saw
you
that.
a
Yeah.
$500 gift card to Texas Roadhouse. Get some
So
steaks.
Is it 500 in total? Like they're gonna spread that out? Like
total, yeah. You have to play test at least 1 hour for 30 days continuously, right? Consecutive, 30
Yeah.
consecutive days, and then you get 500 vouchers, not even cash.
How do they like? What is this mean? See, now usually PlayStation's good at advertising. When you
Hmm.
put something out like this, what incentive does it have for the user to say, "Oh, I'm excited for this game"? Like,
Yeah, I
Nothing.
can't wait for this.
yeah, like you're just this is the equivalent of begging someone to play your game for an hour for a
This is
month straight.
worrying.
Right.
That
This
is
is
that
worrying.
it sounds just a little bit weird to me.
I mean, look at Battlefield 6. I never heard Battlefield 6 saying, "We'll pay you to play our beta. We'll
Yeah,
give you money to play this." People just played it because it was good.
yeah, and people are
So
excited to run out there and play it.
yeah, I don't know what this says about Marathon. I already said I'm not like I was already kind of out on Marathon once the whole extraction. Like I don't like extraction shooters. So once I saw that, I was out. Then it's like, okay, now you're caught again stealing art for like the fifth or sixth time Bungie's done this. I'm extra out. Now you're telling me, yo, this game sucks so hard. We'll give you $500 to play it. I'm like, dude, I don't know what else. Like, you can't make this game sound worse to me. You really can't.
You know, I
It'd
think
be
I'm just
difficult.
honestly more than anything else, and this isn't even like calling out Marathon specifically. I think I'm just bored and just quite frankly sick of futuristic slop games. Like the art style, even if it was stolen, it just looks so bland to me. I honestly I hate the look of Tesla cars. I played the fuck out of Starfield. I have over 200 hours in it. I think I got my fill with futuristic looking video games. Like the
Hmm.
style is just so bland. It has nothing to say other than hi, we're the future. That's it. So I don't know, bro. I think there's more to digest artistically from going and playing like Resident Evil 1 remake and looking at the architecture in that than playing futuristic style games.
the art style. As soon as I saw what it looked like, I was like, yeah, I'll pass.
Before you found out that it was stolen or after?
No, well, the first time I saw the game, I'm like, what are they doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
went
don't
and
know.
looked at the old marathon games. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah.
I was too young. And mind
Yeah.
you, I never had
Me too.
Macintosh back during that time. But I looked at the art and I'm just like, these are old games, obviously, but the style
that's
is way more interesting to me. The enemies looked really cool. It's like, oh, this is like Doom, but with like, I
Yeah.
don't know, these weird ass lizardy looking aliens or whatever the fuck, like this actually looked cool. Like, what is this game? Like I don't understand it. And I think that they realize that more and more people don't understand it either. Like this is just a Bungie game with one of their old franchises slapped on as the title, and that feels like that's all it is.
Yeah, there's no real soul to it. Rachie says, what you are saying, Cage, is the graphics are too clean. It's too sanitized.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
There's nothing
made
to
for
digest
a
there.
boardroom. Yeah,
Dude, go
like
look at
this.
Shinobi right now. That's what dude. I was vibing with that last night. The only thing I was exhausted. Otherwise, I would have put way more. There's so much to digest there from an artistic perspective that is
Mhm.
interesting to me. And this game, it's like I feel like the future is like trying to wipe like the idea of art is to try and wipe away as much like style as possible. which I don't know. I'm not vibing with it. Honestly, I hate everything that deliberately goes out of its way to look futuristic. The only thing that's interesting to me is like every perspective that's like from like the 80s or like the 50s, but trying to be futuristic or what they thought was futuristic back then. That's interesting to me.
So
That
even
actually is
Cyberpunk,
digestible.
you're not down with Cyberpunk?
I think Cyberpunk has a good idea of style while being futuristic. I think that Cyberpunk, even despite it having a futuristic style, still has like art that is interesting to me. Like if you look at some of those cars, dude, clearly some of those cars were, inspired by like fucking old ass like 70s Lincolns. Like,
Hot
like
Rod.
these old long ass boat
Mhm.
fucking cars, but like a futuristic style of them.
And
Like
the engine sounds like a dinosaur.
yeah, like to me that's there's interest in that because there's still like an old school mentality of what the future was going to look like. And that to me is way more interesting than our idea of the future now.
I wish I was old enough to have seen some of those cars back in those days.
Mhm.
But yeah, you're not
Ah,
wrong. The style
you
in
are.
Cyberpunk gets a pass because of some of that stuff, right? It's
Yeah.
I like well, Cyberpunk was one of my favorite games when I first played it. It was good, and it's only better now.
Yep.
Yeah, mental
Hmm.
to the whole cyberpunk point. It's not only that it's there. It's it's not only that they have these cars, but going back to Richie's point about the cleanliness of where you are, it's the whole sanitization of it. Cyberpunk is in the future, but it feels raw. It feels real. You know,
Hmm.
it feels lived in. These
Yeah,
places, from all the videos that we've seen, all the gameplay that we've seen from Marathon, it looks like all of these locations literally came off a factory floor and just got dropped into this jungle or whatever, and then now
yeah,
you get to go play and fight there. That's what it looks like.
yeah.
Ashley 1963 welcome in says if PS6 is a hybrid, does this mean the writing is on the wall for Nintendo?
No.
Okay, so we discussed this earlier with Matt. Let's assume that the prices that people are grasping at, let's assume they're real. The PS5, the PS6 hybrid at the upper pricing is $500. Let's assume the PS6 is $500. Cassie, mental. Does it have a chance against Nintendo?
At 500, yeah. I think
Yeah, I think
PlayStation. I
so.
mean, PlayStation and Nintendo are sort of like the meta at this point. Like, if people play Nintendo because they like, they like the party games, they like the gameplay, they like the mascots. That's their big deal. With PlayStation, it's more so like the box, the graphics, obviously a lot of their library. So I think that there's two different reasons for why someone would have, there's different reasons to own both. They're at least different enough to sort of stand in their own side of the aisle.
Okay, so you believe that PlayStation has a chance to go toe to toe with
Yeah,
Nintendo and
yeah. I
cutting
don't I don't see why not.
I think the core of the PlayStation fandom would probably opt for the full blown console. But I do think the handheld's going to do really well because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want one just because they are a fan. And there's going to be, depending again, if the price is right, but I also think from what I've heard, the actual full blown console is not going to be a whole lot different in price. It's going to maybe be $50 more or something like that. So I don't know. I think it'll do well though. The
From
Sony
what we
fan base can
saw,
be. Sorry?
so from what we saw from again, large grain of salt, guys, large grain of salt. Nib, right? he did some finagling. Some people say it was AI. Some people say it's his research. Let's skip over that. Nib posted that if you look at the parts that were mentioned, the the smallest SKU or the least powerful console, their version of the Series S is going to be about $400. The handheld would be $500, and then the full blown console, like the proper PlayStation 6, the high end would be $700. So those are the
God
price
damn.
ranges we're looking at. Yeah.
So I've heard less than that, obviously. I've heard
Okay.
they're targeting closer to 550 for the full-blown console. Could be true,
Okay.
or maybe it's full of crap, I don't know. But that's
Mhm.
more an assessment based off of the BOM, like the build of materials for the system, and the estimates on the silicon size, stuff like that, right?
Mm.
And expected prices for things like GDDR7 and whatnot. So they're looking more at the build of materials and then guessing a price and what would be profitable for them. So we'll see. I heard they were trying to target very similar pricing to this generation because I think Sony understands that there's a limit to what people will pay. And they look at the pro sales. They haven't exactly lit the world on fire, and that's an expensive piece of hardware that most people take a pass on.
Yeah, but
So
that's a mid-gen refresh. It's different
sure,
from
and think of
a
how
launch
many
of a
people are
brand new
still
console.
playing on their PS4s and they weren't enticed to get a PS5 Pro.
Fair.
I
It's
mean, from
That's
what I
fair.
heard, the sales of the PS5 Pro are even less than the PS4 Pro. I don't know if that's still the
Yeah.
exactly.
case. That's what I heard for a little while.
I heard it was tracking lower than them. Yes.
Yeah, it's just an expensive piece of hardware, and if you already like, if you already own a PS5 at this point, what are you going to go out there and spend a whole bunch of other money? But I mean, I guess you could do trade-ins, but I never been really into that because I want to do the transfer over myself. Um, when it
Yeah.
comes to at least my data. So
Yeah. And if you think back, the PS4 Pro came out at the same price as the launch price as the PS4 Standard Edition, right? And by then, the PS4 Standard Editions were half the price that they were new. So, it's all kind of relative. We've got a
Yeah.
crazy precedence perhaps being set here with extreme pricing, like how it's never happened before where you're 5 years into a generation and then the price goes up.
Goes
yeah,
up.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So the PS5 Pro is tracking behind the PS4 Pro by a significant margin.
damn.
Not
No,
surprising, right?
no
Yeah.
official numbers. No official numbers, but it's not looking great. It's not
Yeah,
looking
if
great.
it was the same price as the launch PS5, it would have had a better shot at it, right?
Almost certainly. I think it's a mix of that and the fact that like last gen, regardless of what you think, those Pro versions, the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, were kind of necessary. Going because making the jump from 1080p TVs to 4K TVs, and then also the fact that when those base consoles came out, they were already underpowered.
Mm.
Hmm.
So like it made sense to be like, okay, I'm gonna get a One X or a PS4 Pro, depending on what you play on. Versus this generation, it's like, dude, I spent $500 on a PS5. Now I'm gonna spend 700 on a PS5 Pro. Again, taking into what mental
Is
said
it
the
is it isn't it close to 900 if you buy everything
yeah, everything
like
that you need for it, like the
pen
disk drive, yeah. Um, it's just
Yeah,
not a great deal. Like you're paying $200 more than you paid for the base when it launched. That should be the same price, and it should have a
well, and
disk
don't
drive.
forget it's actually 300 more if you take the base digital, right? Because it
Yeah,
doesn't
true.
have that. And then you don't get
Yep.
the vertical stand and you get toothpicks to hold it up on its side and weird crap like that, right? They definitely did their best to cheap out on it while raising the price significantly.
Yeah,
So,
toothpick?
just bad.
Toothpick, guys. That's where we're at right now. Fucking
mhm.
toothpick.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a Pro sitting beside me here, but I didn't buy a new one. I bought a refurbished that was a more reasonable price. And all in with a disc drive and a stand and everything, I think it was around 650 US with the refurb that looks brand new.
I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anthony says, but Switch 2 is too outdated. It can't run modern AAA games. PS6 will easily destroy it. No, that's actually not true. The Switch 2 does run modern AAA games, specifically Cyberpunk runs on it, and they reported recently that the physical edition is the one that was the most bought. But yeah, the Switch 2 can run modern AAA games. The issue that a lot of the issue Switch 2 is currently facing is this whole keycard situation. People like to own their games on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo is trying to condition them to not own third-party games because for some reason, a lot of the first-party games, the whole thing is on the cart. Third-party, not so much.
Trying
So
to soften that
Yeah.
blow. So when it gets to first party, then it's a little bit more acceptable, and I think that's going to be tough for
yeah,
Nintendo fans because of all the console people, they're the ones that care, but they're the ones that really give a shit about
yeah,
this.
they really care. They really
Yeah,
care.
it's such a weird situation. I have fucking fat stacks of Nintendo Switch physical games. Like, and I'm just like,
Oh.
bro, this is like the system that was so pro collecting in comparison to everything else. And I would
Yep.
always opt for a Switch case, if I was buying like a limited run back in the day or something like that. Because first and foremost, if I buy a limited run, I'll buy a digital and physical copy. Bro, the least there's a least amount of chance of like your Switch cartridge popping out of a Switch case. So that was like one of the main reasons I would opt for a Switch version of a limited run game than like a PlayStation
Mhm.
version. Most of the
Yeah.
time you get a PlayStation game and it pops out the case and it's like if I already have a digital version of the game, I don't want to open my physical copy, motherfucker. Like that was the entire point. So that was
Mhm.
a big reason why I have a bunch of limited runs and stuff from Nintendo Switch. And like the crazy thing is Nintendo knows that their audience is so physical media heavy, at least in comparison to everyone else. And it feels sort of it really feels like you just get fucked over with this whole situation. And that's why I don't know, man. Like the Switch 2 is just I don't even care. It's like I wanted to be excited, but it's just a lot of weird shit going on with the system, and
You didn't get it?
no, no,
Damn.
I
I
don't
can.
understand these companies. They just want to tell us what the fuck to do. It's like you could do that. I don't give a fuck about your system now. Like, but unfortunately, a lot of other people just they got to eat out the hand, bro. Even if it's poison, they can't help themselves. So
Listen, we like what we like. I'm sitting here. I always judge people for pre-ordering. I
yeah.
pre-ordered the fuck out of Metal Gear.
I'll teach you.
There you go.
I didn't just pre-order like the basic edition. I got like the super deluxe kick me in the nuts edition, and I don't regret it. Not
Yeah,
one bit.
Bro,
yeah.
On
me,
PC, it runs like a beast. I got it on
there
Steam.
you
I didn't get
go.
it on PlayStation or Xbox. So it is what it is, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Me, Ham,
Get you a powerful rig. Go ahead, Matt.
no, me, Ham, and our buddy Bill play 2K every night. And the thing with this latest 2K is that it stinks. It's really terrible. And the thing is, I'm gonna do the thing I do every year. I'm gonna get the new one because it's the basketball game, and there's only one basketball game. Unfortunately, step your shit up, EA, please. But whatever. We're in the party a couple nights ago, and we're just lamenting how fucking awful this game is. It's really like a chore to play it. The only reason we really play it at this point is to laugh at how bad it is. That's really the only reason. And
Mhm.
Bill says, I'm not shitting you. He says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm so tired of this game that I'm thinking about buying the ultra expensive edition of the next game so I can stop playing this one earlier. And
What?
Ham was like, you know what, Bill? That'll teach him. That'll put them in their place. It's like, you hate this game, so you're gonna buy the crazy expensive version to play early of the next game. That'll really put them in their place. And Bill's like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Fuck that. I was like, God, dude,
Wow.
it's such a shitty position to be in, but it's so unbelievably true. You just can't do that.
We all have that one thing, except for mental. Mental's the only one, but everyone else, every other normal human being on the planet, has that one thing.
Yeah, our
that
weaknesses.
It just
Yep.
has you by the short and curlies, and it's like, I know I shouldn't pay. I shouldn't pay for this. I know this is a
Yep.
terrible deal,
Yeah.
One of the worst deals in gaming.
but you still do it.
You have to. If you want to play a basketball
Have
game, you
to.
don't have a choice.
And you,
Oh my
no,
god, he ain't
you
not
do have a
lying.
choice. You can still You can still go and buy 2K20. 2K20. You can buy 2K20.
Sure, but then you can't play online with your friends with the new rosters because the way they do it is you can't make custom rosters to play with your friends, only by yourself.
Ah,
So that's how they get you. Otherwise, I'd still be on 2K23.
okay.
So that's why I just won't buy those games, because
I know.
to me, if they released like a new version, say every 5 years, and then just roster updates annually for like $20 or whatever, that would be more reasonable. But to expect, somebody to go out and pay $80 every year for a game that it's not
They do
happening
it.
for this guy. Yeah.
They do it, man.
Yeah.
That's why it keeps happening. So
Yeah. I mean, it
Exactly.
used to make sense way back before the internet. I hear stories about that. I don't know what that would be like, but before the internet existed and the game was on a cartridge or whatever, okay, you needed a new game every year if you wanted that roster update. So I hear. I'm too young to know what that was like.
dude, I used to play MLB 2K. I used to play and Madden and dude, it was worse back then in terms of like, bro, I couldn't just have like the standard Madden every year. I had to get NFL 2K as well. I had to have fucking NFL Street. I had to have fucking what was the other one that they had? The one that was really violent. NFL Blitz the League.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
there were so many options for just football alone. I had to have them all. And then I was into baseball as well. Some years I was into basketball and some years not so much. I had to fucking have NBA Jam and fucking 2K, stuff like that. I forget the one that they had back in the day. The one that had
NBA
Carmelo
Live.
on the cover.
NBA Live.
NBA
Live.
Yeah, you had to have NBA Live back in the day. I used to just not buy one of them every year. I used to buy all the different
All of 'em.
franchises every fucking year, and they were fun. They were worth it. I would dive dive into these games, have fun with my brother, my cousin, my friends, whatever the fuck have you. And there were options, and we used to embellish in the mall, but now there's no options. And
There's no option.
yep, it's sad.
It's unfortunate.
It's a bummer.
Fuzzy, you know TSWS is a safe space, all right? Fuzzy says, I promised myself I wouldn't buy Madden again this year. Didn't work. It's fine. We'll try again next year, Fuzzy.
So many people make that promise to themselves, and so many people do exactly what you did. It sucks, but don't beat yourself up. You're just, if you
It's
didn't
fine.
make the mistake, someone else is gonna make it for you. Many other
Yeah.
people will make it for you. So
Ron Slasher says Blitz the League has steroid use minigame.
It did.
it did.
It's
Yeah.
so
What?
fucking fire. Dude,
It
you
was
had
pretty
go
nuts.
watch clips of Blitz
What
the
do you mean
League,
it was
my God.
fire? What do you mean it was fire?
It was
Dude.
sick. It was
The
awesome.
whole the objective
That's
was
funny.
to take out the other team's fucking players. Like just
Hold
take
on.
them the fuck out. It was amazing.
Do they make you like lower your pants and choose which butt cheek?
Oh, no, it ain't that in depth. It ain't that in depth.
Okay. All right. So I'm just saying, like games that are looking for realism. Speaking of which, hold on.
It's interesting that's where your mind went immediately.
We're
I'm just saying.
He's like, you gotta shoot him in
Yeah,
your
it's
butt
okay.
like I do.
there's less of the crude humor in Blitz the League and more so just ultra fucking violence. That was
Yeah.
that was in the bag.
Now you
It's
guys are
like
making me want to find
it was
this.
like
Can I
Doom if
emulate it?
Doom was a
I'm sure I can
football game.
emulate it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can emulate it. Look, it
Hell yeah.
sounds in.
You will
It's worth it.
be blown the fuck away. This was back before, obviously NFL, made it. They basically told Madden, you can't have these helmets pop off anymore. Like that was before, they made that, they stopped doing shit like that. Back then,
Yeah.
they didn't give a fuck. It was insane. Blitz the League is a perfect example of them not giving a fuck.
Ashley says I'm talking about new AAA game. Cyberpunk is nearly 10. Yeah, Cyberpunk is nearly 10 years old, but Cyberpunk is still one of the games you can use as like the bar. Like the same way you can look at Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 in 5 years is still going to be the bar. Not just in terms of the storytelling, but just because of the size and just the weight of that game to run, to even just install it. It's a mission. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, in all fairness, too, they did an entire overhaul of Cyberpunk that
Yep.
increased like the specs requirement. So
yeah,
they
turn it
Yeah.
into
did
a
a
different
lot
game.
to that game.
Yeah,
It
it's a
really did.
completely different game from the trash that launched on console.
But
Speaking of games and sorry, go ahead.
Cyberpunk's like not 10 years old though. Like I mean, it was just sarcasm,
Nah.
but I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
it launched
we
in
get it.
December
It's kind of
2020,
old.
right? But it's like
Yeah, yeah,
not even 5 years old. It's an
yeah,
old
yeah.
game by game standards, but
Yeah, yeah. I get her point. Her point is that it's
yeah,
kind of old.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of old, but it's not 10 years old. I don't mind exaggerating. In truth, I am 18, as we discussed last week. I'm not
Eh,
15.
Yep.
I am
Sure,
18.
sure, sure. In truth.
Yeah.
But speaking of realism in games, Cult Classic Cage, you had a reaction video yesterday, stream, was it yesterday or the day before, about this game that Asmongold got cancelled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
I don't know
that
if you guys
game.
heard of it. I don't know if you
I
guys heard of
haven't.
it. The game is called Take Us North, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yep.
What's this about?
And essentially, it's about human trafficking. You play as a
That's just,
trafficker
Well,
of
no, no,
human
no.
beings.
So it's technically not that. I don't think they want to talk about that. I think that so
Okay.
unfortunately, sorry guys, it's gonna get a little bit political. It's kind of an unfortunate reality. In our country, we're dealing with an issue of mass illegal migration. And it's all pretty much coming from south of the border of America. And this game seeks to sort of basically humanize that to the point where it's gonna be at least somewhat dishonest. They're not gonna talk about the sex trafficking. They're not gonna talk about all the unfortunate realities with incentivizing this mass migration into the country. They want to sort of make it look like, oh, these people
A
are just
wholesome thing.
they're all good people just looking for a better life. And obviously, we know that there's some people that are obviously doing that. But then, unfortunately, there's also some people that are doing the same thing, but not for good intentions at all. So, this game seeks to just glorify and make it look like, oh, it's just one particular set of good people that are all just trying to do this thing, and it's like this is propaganda. that's that's sadly what it is.
Okay, so here's a brief breakdown from them. This is a narrative driven video game inspired by real world stories that immerses players in the poignant journeys of migrants and asylum seekers on their way to cross the US Mexican border. We recognize this is a heavy hitting and emotionally charged subject. However, we're committed to humanizing the migrant and refugee experience and portraying it sensitively, respectfully, and authentically. Our goal is to foster greater awareness and empathy around complex topics that are unfortunately often reduced to mainstream media in mainstream media to statistics or divisive rhetoric. Okay, so one of the reasons why I wanted to discuss this with you, Cassie,
Mhm.
um, okay, how can I approach this?
It's difficult, man. It's
No, no, no,
difficult
no,
because
no,
it's
no. Okay, here goes. Here goes. Here goes.
yeah.
What's the problem with this? Because I also saw that video from Asmongold, and then I saw your reaction. And my
Mhm.
question is, why does this game not get to exist? Because the idea, right, behind you and Asmongold, please correct me if I'm wrong, is that you guys fundamentally disagree with the actions that are being taken in these games, in this game specifically, like the whole um, illegal migration thing.
Mhm.
You are fundamentally, personally against the action that's being taken there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And you are okay with the game being removed from existence based off of that, right?
There's multiple reasons surrounding this.
Okay.
So my first issue is that
Mhm.
this is a Canadian group that is creating a game based upon an illegal act that is, in my personal opinion, to some extent, detrimental to my country.
Mhm.
This
Damn
mass migration,
Canadians.
yeah, like for me, I have it. You know what's crazy?
Sorry. Sorry.
All the politically driven bullshit. A lot of it comes from
Mhm.
Canada. Like a lot of them are so politically deranged
It, it
that
does. It absolutely. I'm a Canadian, just so you know. I'm in Canada. I live here, and I agree with
Tell
you
us what's happening.
100%. Yeah.
Why? Why
Damn it.
mental?
I gotta shut
Is
my
it the
camera
water?
off. Damn, I'm embarrassed now. Fucking
Is it, is
camera
it
just
the
went.
water? What is it?
no,
Like, what's going on over
dude.
there, mental?
One of my biggest audiences are
Uh,
Canadians, and they
yeah.
all understand, and it's not like they're mad at me. Like, they know that I'm just being honest, and we see a
Yeah.
natural trend that continues to happen, so
Couldn't
Okay, but
agree
let me
more.
finish. Let me finish my, I wouldn't say challenge, but my question here.
mhm,
So the reason why I want to get the whole picture, right, is that based off of the way Asmongold and maybe you also feel, then maybe you guys shouldn't be upset with groups like Collective Shout,
mhm,
because Collective Shout saw something that they fundamentally disagree with, which is fun video games, and they did what they could to deplatform those fun video games. You guys saw something you didn't like, which is Take Us North, and you're satisfied with it essentially not existing.
yeah. I mean, I will say this 100%, like, a lot of this shit is absolutely selfish, a lot of the argumentation.
Mm,
But I will say this, the main fundamental issue that I have with this game specifically is that, a big problem with American politics is that, for many years, migrants were incentivized to make this heinous, this horrible fucking journey that a lot of people lose their lives just making it. Um, and they're willing to do this because they're incentivized by whoever happens to be in office at the time to make this journey because, well, we're not gonna care, right? If you get into the country, we don't care. And so they're incentivized to make this long, horrendous journey to which, children and women end up falling into sex trafficking. Drugs, fentanyl, all sorts of drugs get funneled into the country, leads to death. I think that it's important to disincentivize this trip, because it leads to a lot of heinous things happening along the way. And I think that it would lead to overall just that kind of stuff not happening if, it was not encouraged to begin with. And that's the issue. And this game does encourage this stuff. And it is in place to not just encourage this, but to get people to defend it, and without properly discussing the truth behind all this shit. And that to me is a very big issue because you're not going to honestly depict the sad realities of this. You're not going to do that. And with collective shout, I mean, obviously, you know, you make a good argument for that. But I will at least say the games that collective shout is going after are not used as propaganda chips. That's not what they're made for. They're going after, well, for them, usually those types, it has started, with, sex games, adult only
Yeah,
games.
the goon and
But
stuff. Yeah.
they've gone after games like Detroit Become Human. What the fuck is the problem with Detroit Become Human? Like, I don't understand this. So, like, for them, nothing is off the table. Like,
And and
yeah,
that's why Cassie, that's why I was a bit taken aback, because for me, it's not even about the games in question. For me, it's the philosophy behind it.
mm,
Of there's a product in front of me, I disagree with the product, said product shouldn't exist. It's fine when it's Take Us North and it's the thing we don't like. It's not so fine when it's GTA and it's the thing we like. You
mm,
know. So for
yeah,
me,
yeah,
I like to always keep like how can I put, like, philosophical consistency. I like to do that, and that's why I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not really 100% down with Asmongold on this one. I'm not
yeah.
down at all, and
No,
I just
I
want
can
to add one.
understand that perspective in general. To me, the big difference between like a GTA and a Take Us North is that, obviously GTA may be based on real life events, but it's still depicted as fictional, and it's still obviously it's properly rated, um and really, it's not like as violent and as fucked up as GTA is. It's not telling you be like this, like in real life. Like there's
Yes,
no direct
true.
incentivification to do that.
Yes, yes. But they still have the right to depict it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And for me, I like the idea of just consistency, man. It's just,
yeah.
for me, I don't want Guna games to get taken away, but I also don't want Dustborn. I don't want Take Us North to get taken away. I want these games to come out, and I want the free market to show them that they're shit games, and that's all. But I feel like once we start opening the door to, like, no, these games shouldn't exist, it's like, dude, okay, so exactly what's the line between game can exist, game shouldn't exist?
It's
That
like,
that
I don't to me, it's like either way. Like if Take Us North comes out, right?
hmm,
Guess what? A bunch of us are gonna stream it. Me, I personally don't engage in that. Dude, I work 40 fucking hours a week. I have my real life shit. I have family. I have my best friends, and I have Ziggy to take care of, right? So, like,
hmm.
bro, I barely have time for the games that I want to play, let alone to play a game that makes me want to vomit. So that
Listen,
personally, I don't
I
engage in
might
it.
play it. The
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
paid for me to play Dustborn. They hate me. They want me to play terrible games. They
And
hate
I'm
me.
not to me, it's like either way, if the game comes out, guess what? A bunch of us are gonna stream it. A bunch of us are going to discuss how this is objectively false or how they're not telling the whole truth. And then
Yeah.
guess what? The people that are unlike you will actually play the game. But the
Yeah.
people that are like, "What's the big deal?" blah blah blah, none of them are gonna actually buy and support the game. This is a game that's going to be
They're not
flaccid as
even real
fuck.
gamers. They're not
Because,
even real
dude,
gamers.
I don't know if you saw this, but when they actually just had the time at Gamescom to discuss the game, all they talked about is the migrant situation or whatever. They didn't. They ran out of time. They couldn't even show the trailer for the game. So to me,
So no
from what I'm
gameplay.
seeing, yeah, from what I'm seeing, it's more so the message that matters to them more than the actual game itself. And to me, if it came out, obviously, not too many people are gonna play it anyway, so it's whatever. And then we're just gonna make fun of it. But and I will say the selfish person in me is happy that this game, these motherfuckers went into hiding and that this game might not come out. It's absolutely selfish. But unfortunately, we're dealing with rules of like there's a lack of rules of engagement, and they have no problem absolutely trying to fucking take victory laps when they win their little bullshit. They take their little bullshit W's. At this point, that's what it is. It's just this shit slinging contest.
It's war. Now it's just
Yeah.
war.
It is a joke over stuff that we honestly people should have more fucking sense than what they do, but unfortunately they don't. So it is devolved into a massive shit slinging war into which there's no limits to some people. And that's just what it is. The selfish one in me is taking a victory lap on this. But either way, if the game comes out, whatever, we'll just make fun of it. It is what it is.
And then keep pushing. Yeah, yeah. Rachie, thank you so much for the $2 Canadian. Says, let's be honest, how many people will play this game? Matt,
Exactly.
shot in the dark. How many people will play Take Us North?
Me? What?
Yes. How many people
I don't know.
will play? No.
I mean, is it like a proper game? Does it have like an actual game? Does it have like gameplay mechanics and shit, or is it just
Supposedly, they would rather talk about the political thing behind the game than actually showcase game mechanics. So
I mean,
Brett's like, "It's a real game."
if it really is just a political stance, then probably not many people are gonna play it.
There's some
If it-
gameplay for you, Matt. There's some gameplay.
Where on the screen?
Yeah,
oh, man.
this looks. Oh,
That
my
just
God.
looks like a camera panning around.
There's people running. Can you not see people running?
There's
Let me-
people running in lots of games, Loke.
Okay,
people
here,
run
there's more
sometimes.
gameplay. There's more gameplay. These people are sitting under a shade. There's some shade here.
Okay, so like I said, if this is just a political stance, then no, people aren't gonna buy this. Like
Oh, there you go.
this
Look.
will be in the thousands of sales. If this is a game with proper gameplay, which it doesn't look like it is, then maybe people will buy it. If they agree with whatever the hell it's saying. But just looking at whatever the hell that is on the screen, I'm not buying it.
Give us a number. Not
Okay.
It's not 1,000.
Okay.
Give
I'll
us
give you a
the
number.
number.
I'll give you 100,000 sales.
100,000. Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, you're
that's
being
not
too
bad.
generous.
That's not terrible, dude. Remember Concord? Okay, you know what? Never mind.
I just pulled
100,000.
a
I did ask for a
number. Pulled a number.
Yeah, I did ask for a number.
Random.
Cassie, please tell Rachie how many people you think will play this game.
I don't know. Isn't it funded by Microsoft? So it might end up on Game Pass.
Well, there you go. It's all about
Yeah.
engagement, you know.
That
It
is
might,
true.
hey,
That is
it
true.
might get more.
So how
Yo,
many
fucking
people?
Shame on Microsoft for this shit, man. Fucking what
Another
fucking
Microsoft
idiots.
banger.
Yeah.
This is how they're going to beat PlayStation, people. This is how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Take us
right.
north, baby.
Damn, I'm
How many
forgetting. What were the sales of the game that happens to be like the side scroller that the African side scroller game? I forget the name of it.
Tales of
Yeah,
Kinzera.
Tales of Kinzera Zao. Does anyone know how that game sold? Because that was an actual video game. You know, people
know
had
it didn't
issue with it
have-
because what you call it,
I
Sweet
know it
Baby Inc was behind it. But that's an actual video game that looked pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't think it sold well, only because didn't they like downsize the studio?
Yeah.
Big time.
Folded them in.
Bigly.
Yeah.
Bigly.
I
Official
don't know.
units sold figures for Tales of Kinzera have not been released by the
Mhm.
developer or publisher, but third-party estimates from platforms like SteamDB suggest likely sales in the tens of thousands.
Yeah. I mean, this will definitely sell less than that.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Well, then adding that perspective, I guess my number would probably be, I'll give them 25K. I'll go 1/4 of what I said. Give 'em
100,000 is a lot. 100,000 in this context.
I guess it is, especially in terms. I'm assuming this is a really small indie project thing, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, yeah. So 100,000 is probably a bit ambitious. I'll give them the 25K.
Yeah.
25.
I think that's fair.
Okay. Cult Classic Cage, how many? How many people will play this game?
I know a few of my homies that'll play this game, and they're gonna be nice to it. So, there's at least
Yeah,
sales right there, my
they're
guy.
salivating. They're salivating.
Oh man, dude, I don't know, bro. I'm just shocked that games have come to this. Like we've seen propaganda movies, we've seen all sorts, documentaries. You've seen all sorts of that shit. Now gaming is the focal point of propaganda, which I mean, it's the most popular entertainment medium now, so it makes
Besides
sense.
porn, besides porn.
I mean, shit, that might not be for long, my guy.
Nah, no one's taking that crown. No, no, no,
Yo,
no, 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 no.
bro,
No.
governments are getting rid of it, bro. Shit, governments are
true.
talking about getting rid of VPNs. Like
Yeah.
making it illegal to use a VPN. That's how far we're going in a very short period of time, my guy. It's
That's a really
it's
bad
scary out here.
direction.
So I don't
Okay.
know, bro.
Okay, maybe.
I couldn't
So
tell you how much this is gonna sell, but
yes.
I hope it
yes,
don't sell shit.
Yes,
Fuck
give
'em.
us a number.
I'm
Haven't
just gonna
decided.
say, and this is completely selfish of me. 10K.
Oh my god. Okay.
I want it to be
Mental's
less
nodding.
than that.
Mental's nodding. Mental.
She hit the number I was going to say. I was going to say
What?
10K. But,
There you go.
I will say that I'm firmly behind the idea that games like this they should be made. If someone wants to make a game and put it out there and let the public decide whether or not it's a good game. I'm not on the side of censoring stuff, and whether the message is good, bad, or otherwise, it is what it is. And if it's a good game, people will buy it. If it's a sucky game, they won't. I think personally, this sounds like trash to me. I won't be buying it. I won't be playing it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not surprised it came out of Canada. Sweet Baby was probably, maybe they're right next door to each other in Montreal. Who knows? I don't know where the studio is,
man.
but
I mean,
I'm not surprised. Canada's a little bit. I actually let me correct that. Eastern Canada, the West is a little different. Folks out
Right.
west are a bit different. So,
Feel free
especially
to
Alberta.
Feel free to give us some nuance. Matt, you wanted a trailer?
Turn
There's
that
your
off.
trailer.
No,
Well,
I don't.
Mental, give us
I
some
don't want a
context.
trailer.
oh man.
Give us some context about East versus West.
The East is much more liberal than the West. The West is much more conservative. Specifically,
Why?
Saskatchewan, Alberta, and 90% of BC. In BC, it's only the Vancouver regional area that's more liberal. The rest of the province is more conservative. Why? I'm not sure. I think Alberta was founded largely by Americans that moved north and were here. Like that's the bulk of our historical population came out of the U.S. Before it was the U.S. But I don't know that has anything to do with it. It's just I think geographically there's a huge divide. Like it's almost like different countries between the East and the West. It's very, very different. I got a lot of people I work with out east, just the nature of my job, and we couldn't be farther apart on a lot of basic things that you would think, you're in the same country, you'd have at least a similar mindset on. And we just don't. Very different here.
Okay. So the reason I asked that is because usually when there's these types of differences,
Yeah,
it has a
Rachie
lot
hit
to
it.
do.
Alberta's the rednecks of Canada.
Oh my god.
We got our shotguns in the back seat. We're driving.
You guys have
along.
guns
We're
in
like,
Canada.
I'm just kidding. But they call us Texas North. But
Wow.
I think that's primarily. I mean, you'd be right at home here, Luke. You could just move right in.
Yep.
But it's we're Texas North primarily because oil is one of our biggest things going. So it's just we have way more oil than all of the U.S. combined.
A big oil
Yeah.
magnate like yourself, Luke, be right at home up there.
Right.
Be
It's
hanging
too
out in
cold
the
in
back
Canada.
40, watching over your rigs,
Luke's
counting them
name,
dollars.
Luke's government name, if you guys don't know, is Doug Dimmadome. owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. If you
Doug
guys don't
Dimmadome.
know,
Right,
other
right.
We'll give
millennials will
this
get
game
that.
some credit. At least it is crowdfunded. Now, who knows who funded it, right? You know, you're never sure entirely because you can anonymously donate. But
Yes.
I will give it that. At least it is crowdfunded, so at least somebody wants it to be made. Whereas Dustborn was pretty much one, if I'm not mistaken, completely funded by the government of Norway. So to make
And the European Union. It wasn't Norway was the bulk of it, but the European
mm,
Union also contributed.
yeah, so that to
a
me
bit.
is problematic as fuck. Like, 'cause we're having and governments blatantly make propaganda bullshit funding it. At least with this,
Yeah, that's
at,
pretty
at least
bizarre.
yeah, from face value, I didn't look into the backers or anything. I'm not gonna go that far. I can't be bothered. But
You don't
at
care now.
least this is crowdfunded to some extent.
Okay. Okay. So mental 10,000 as well.
Yeah, that's the number I was gonna say. Could be way off. I don't know. Maybe it'll only be 1,000. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it will be 100,000. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
uh, I'm thinking probably 10, maybe 20. I don't know. Who can say?
Uh, Seawolf says vote with the wallet, simple, Sapo, but I'm an adult. I don't need collective shout telling me what I can play or not. I don't agree how a vocal minority gets to decide what I play.
Yeah.
The vocal minority knew who to lobby to. That
Yep.
that that
Exactly.
fundamentally speaking, they were just efficient. Hate hate all you want on collective shout. I'm also a collective shout hater. But you know what? Hats off to them. They knew where to direct their anger to get the results. And they got the results.
Well, they've been
Reason.
in business for over a decade in terms of
Oh
what
yeah.
they're doing. They've been
Yeah.
up to their bullshit for a long fucking time.
Ziggy Daisy says Ziggy requires a lot of time and snacks like the king he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god. Ozzy, have yourself a great holiday weekend. We're also about to sign off over her. Seawolf says Cage Bioshock series has political topics. Yeah, everything has political topics, just the way that
Yeah.
they're presented, right?
Yes, this
The
is
only thing I know,
fictional political discussions, which I'm completely fine with. Or even like historical events, like that's fine. But we're dealing with an actual crisis situation, that is resulting. We're dealing with a game that glorifies a crisis and actually glorifies a situation that's leading to children and women being human trafficked, tons of drugs being traded off to who knows, like, there's different levels to everything. I
yeah,
don't
but
mind political topics being
again,
discussed.
Call Classic Cage again. Like, where do we draw the line? It's like, okay, this is
Well,
unacceptable.
everyone's line is gonna be
When we
different.
played, when we played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and we literally dealt drugs
Yeah.
in San Andreas. Like, we don't need to talk about how bad drugs are on not only women and children, but just society as a whole.
Yeah.
But we're okay with GTA and selling drugs and robbing banks and mass murdering people. We're okay with this. But
Well, I
just
don't
taking
think.
people across the border is an issue. For
Well, I
me,
mean,
it's
at
like,
least with GTA, they'll depict it in a way that's like, okay, this if you do this, well, the police are gonna go after you, or you're seen at least as you're doing a bad thing.
mm,
Whereas this game chooses to hide the sad realities of this situation in order to promote something that is detrimental in real life. So I mean, if you think that that's a big deal or not, that's to each their own, I guess. But at least when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, I know that I'm deliberately being a bad person in the video game, and it's not trying to hide that from me. That's not the intent. This game, from all intents and purposes, is trying to hide a crisis that's going on right now. and promote it.
Okay, so your issue is not the depiction of the trafficking and the illegal entry. Your
Well, there
issue
is
is with
none of that.
them.
There's not going to be any of that.
What do you mean there isn't going to be any of that?
They're not going to properly depict the situation for what it is. They're going to try and glorify it dishonestly. Like glorify that this migrant, the illegal migrant, trafficking is inherently like these are all just good people, just trying to make a better life for themselves and have to go through all this shit. They're not going to talk about
Okay,
all the other bad shit, all the bad people that are
so if
involved
they
in it.
depicted it, if they depicted it the way the GTA guys usually do, which is usually showing both sides, you'd be okay with it.
Um, if it's not choosing to falsely fucking to falsely depict it and it's more honest, at least it could be I wouldn't consider it propaganda. I'd say it's more of like a learning experience. Now, honestly, I think that a game like that, it should be rated properly. But if it was choosing to be like, correct and not be propagandized, then
Hmm.
I could at least argue for that. At least it's going to depict all this shit that really does go down. Obviously I don't want this in the hands of children, but I could at least be like, well, it's being honest. So
Okay, okay. I'm starting to get a clearer picture. Mental overall on this game. Do you feel the same way as Cult Classic Cage, or you're more?
I honestly, I don't know much about it based on what we've talked about here. Uh, yeah, I think it comes down to, I mean, if they had, well, they're saying it's based on real stories. So I tend to be on the side that they're probably only going to show certain stories. They're not going to show the realities of what actually goes on with people having their kids ripped away from them and sold off. Things like that. We know that happens. I doubt very much it's going to show that because I just kind of have a gut feeling that's not what it's going to be about. But if they were actually true to life, there would be a balance.
Yeah,
It's a
it would
different
be.
thing, right? And I think with GTA going to that, uh, not only is it depicted as being bad, I think it's very clearly fictional. They're not claiming these are real life events going on uh, in their
In
in
this
their
context,
media release on it, right? So it's an entirely different thing to me. I don't even think the two are comparable in any way, shape, or form, other than they're video games. So I don't know.
the Guinness says the sales will take them north of one copy,
There
but
you go.
not by much. I'll
There
leave.
you
Yeah,
go.
Guinness, do not quit your day job. All right, do not quit your day. Man, Matt,
Yo,
with the added context from what I've read and what we've been discussing, what are your final thoughts on Take Us North?
I mean, I'm not gonna play that shit. I
Yeah,
don't know.
go.
I don't
Shit,
know.
Jesus.
Like, well, it's not. It's like for real. I don't know. I didn't know about this game literally until 20 minutes ago. I'm not gonna pretend to have this huge stance on it because I
Hmm.
really don't. Um, it's just like based off of what you showed me, you put up that trailer earlier. Based on what we're talking about, I'm just not interested. I'm not dying to play this. I really don't care. And like, if someone wants to play it, then fucking play it. But like, I'm just not. I'm not on board for this. Didn't know it existed, and now that I know it exists, I still don't really care.
Damn. Okay, okay.
And I just want to
Uh,
set the record straight on something. What was that game you played there, Loke, where you were just having so much fun? I watched a bit of the stream.
oh,
Uh,
damn it. That's
you were just
born.
talking about
That's
it.
fine.
Dustborn.
Yeah,
Wasn't that punishment for mentioning a specific game that you weren't
Metal
supposed to
Gear.
mention anymore?
Yeah, Metal
And
Gear.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's funny.
Okay. Just wanted to clear the record on that
No,
because
no,
you
no,
kind of
no,
said
no.
that
No, let me
you were.
clear.
What's that?
Let me clear the record all the way. Let me clear the record all the way. The
Yeah, just
punishment was in place because Vic, the motherfucking click, said he was going to every single
Hold on.
show
Hold on.
put up a super chat of $10, and with that, I needed to keep my mouth shut. Guess what happened? Vic ain't fronting the $10 no more, which means Metal Gear, Metal Gear, Metal motherfucking Gear.
I'm gonna have to get in touch with Vic and tell
No,
him to start. Tell him to start
no.
putting
just
that
clip
money up.
this. Just clip this and send it
Uh,
to him. I think the
yeah,
challenge has been presented.
Guys,
I
I've been
do.
having
I
so much
also
fun
think
talking
that.
about Metal Gear. I've been
I
having so
think
much fun.
honestly, if he says, "Here's what we should do," we should get Vic in on this. If he says Metal Gear again,
Okay.
Or Kojima, anything Kojima. If he says anything having to do with Kojima again, he has to play this game, and it has to be a marathon stream. It has to be one stream. We're talking. I don't know how long is this game. Do you guys think maybe
What?
6 to 8 hours? I think that's a
Probably.
good. That's a good Saturday night, Loke.
Cult Classic Cage, I know you don't agree with this madness.
I,
Please be the voice of reason. Don't
I,
smile
Yeah.
like that. Don't smile
I
like that.
mean, it's a good idea, Loke.
There
It's
we
a very
go.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know what to tell you, my guy.
You know what I'll do, Loke? Since I'm looking out for you, I'll send Vic a message, and we'll get this all sorted out, so that
Yeah.
we can have this set up properly.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the end of the show. This is madness.
It
We,
was
we, we were
fun.
going so well. We were going so fucking well.
This is fun, man.
It's really not.
It is,
Yeah.
though.
I
It
don't know.
is.
You Texans running your mouth a lot like that. You kind of
Right?
have to be put in your place once in a while.
Exactly
Now that
that.
I think of it, mental, you're the one who started all of this. No one was saying shit. You're the one who started all of this, mental.
I know. Bloody Canadians. What can you do?
Fucking
Always causing
Canadian.
trouble.
I
Always causing
swear.
trouble. Damn it.
I swear, it's always the fucking Canadian.
Every
Yeah.
time, bro. Every time.
Every time. Yeah.
God damn it.
We're shit
And then everyone
disturbers.
says,
What
oh,
can I
they're so
say?
nice. They're so polite.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Canadian, tell people where they can find you, what you're up to, etc.
You can find me at Mental9R on X, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, just about anywhere else you can play games. And of course, here on Fridays, whenever I can make it, as often as I can anyway. And of course, on YouTube at Caffeine Entertainment.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Matt, plug.
Yo. You can find me on YouTube under Matt Likes Games, videos every week over there on the channel. Podcasts every week. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern is a two-player podcast, myself and Ham Solo. Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern is the L3R3 podcast, myself, Hard Days Mike, and it's me, Twan. And then Fridays, you can find me here for this show with these folks. And that's it. That's where you can find me.
In yoga pants. What the fuck? What is your obsession with me wearing yoga pants?
Want to see them cheeks, brother?
I think you have an obsession with you wearing yoga pants.
Oh man.
We're just talking about it.
No. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I need to squat. So like every time, like before I start the session, I need to squat just so I don't embarrass myself.
Luke's gonna be one of those girls on Twitch that just has an ass cam.
Dude.
Listen,
That's what Luke's gonna do.
Guys, we all have rent to pay. All right.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
Y'all can judge me if you want.
Crazy.
You can judge me.
Wow.
But just make sure you subscribe and pay for the monthly membership. Cult Classic Cage. See, this is why when people talk about gooning, I was thinking about the other one because of the chat.
Yeah.
Yoga pants and UGG boots. What are UGG boots?
Oh God,
What? Hold
they're a
on. Let me.
brand of
You
boots
don't
that
know.
are
You don't know
awful.
Uggs?
They're basically the preferred brand of white Starbucks obsessed women.
Aren't they
Yeah.
sort of like suede with furry, like
I
You
could
Yeah.
guys,
see
you guys
Luke.
want me to wear? You
there
guys
you
want me to
go.
wear yoga pants
There you go,
and
Luke.
this?
We should get Luke some UGG boots with spurs on the back.
Yo,
Come on.
son, that's
Come on.
crazy.
Come
Holy
on.
shit.
That'd be
Oh
genius.
man.
Yeah, yeah. I deserve this. I must have done something in my previous life. I
You
deserve.
must
I'm
have done
sure.
something fucking awesome in your previous life, dude. Coming up with stuff
Yeah.
like
Ah,
that.
yes.
Yeah. Come Classic Cage. Before people start coming up with even more crazy parameters, please plug your channel, tell people they can find you, etc.
Yeah, guys. So, real quick, you can just find me Cult Classic Cage on YouTube, Twitter, Kick, Rumble. Go live Tuesdays and Thursdays, and just upload random videos of things that I'm interested in the gaming space. So that's all.
Yeah, y'all make sure to check out all three channels mentioned. It's Caffeine Entertainment, Matt Likes Games, and Cold Classic Cage. They're on YouTube and they're on TwitTwat. Make sure to follow, subscribe. Membership's alive, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Do the damn thing. As for us, thank you so much for watching BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. I've been Luke, and time for the ad read because we are sponsored by
Let's
Poggers.
go.
If your energy levels are dropping, we've got something to resurrect you. It's called Poggers Energy. And yes, the sour green apple flavor hits so good, it's basically foreplay for your taste buds. I'm talking clean caffeine, zero sugar, enough B vitamins to make your reflexes faster than your ex moving on. And if you go too hard, it happens to the best of us. Grab Pogger's hydration full of electrolytes and minerals and aftertaste of natural flavors. So head to poggers.shop, grab your bundle, and tell them TSWS Gaming sent you. Stay hydrated, stay hard, stay with Poggers. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.